basement, life on the fritz. Squatting, plotting, dreams and shattered bits. YouTube grifter, hustling for hits. No job, no whip, chasing counterfeit blitz. Steals cables, sits in stale air. Bike is right, no shine anywhere. Kids ghosty, don't even care. Want sausage from Tom Adams glare. No money, just tension. Stitches in time. Durka echoes. Reason can't find. Domestic violence, fists and rhyme. Basement blues crawl back to grime. Broke habits, broken life. Chaos cuts deeper than a knife. Offers deceit, trouble rife. Hope shattered, dreams alight. Dirt on his face, dirt on his soul. Empty bucket, shattered goal. Radioactive habits take toll. Squatting basement, swallowed whole. No money, just tension. Stitches in time. Durka echoes. Reason can't find. Domestic violence, fists and rhyme. Basement blues crawl back to grime. Evil money, just tension, stitches in time. Durka echoes, reason can't find. Domestic violence, fists and rhyme. Basement blues crawl back to grime. Grime. No money, just tension, stitches in time. Durka echoes, reason can't find. Domestic violence, fists and rhyme. Days brought back to grind. Basement blues crawl back to grind. Days brought back to grind. Basement blues crawl back to grind. Broke habits, broken life. Chaos cuts deeper than a knife. Offers deceit, trouble rife. Hope shattered, dreams alight. Crime on his face, dirt on his soul. Empty pockets, shattered goal. Radioactive habits take toll. Squatting basement, swallowed whole. Squatting basement, swallowed whole. Crime on his face, dirt on his soul. Empty pockets, shattered goal. Radioactive habits take toll. Squatting basement, swallowed whole. Squatting basement, swallowed whole. Dirt on his face, dirt on his soul. Empty pockets, shattered goal. Radioactive habits take toll. Squatting basement, swallowed whole. No money, just tension. Stitches in time. Durka echoes. Reason can't find. Domestic violence, fists and rhyme. Basement blues crawl back to grime.
If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me. He's got the rap patrol on the Gap patrol. Foes that wanna make sure his casket's closed. Rap critics who say his money cash holes. He's from the hood, stupid. What type of facts are those? If you grew up at hoes and your zapper told you, you celebrating the minute you was having dough. So fuck critics, you can kiss our whole asshole. You don't like the lyrics, you can press fast forward. Listen to radio if we don't play their show. They don't play our hits, we don't give a shit. So all these fags trying to use our ass, so advertisers can give them more cash for ads. Fuckers, I don't know what you take us as, or understand the intelligence that Jay-Z has. From rags to riches, we ain't done. We got 99 problems that a bitch ain't one. 99 problems that a bitch ain't one. If you having girl problems, I'm gonna have you, son. We got 99 problems that a bitch ain't one. Years 94 and my trunk is raw. In the rear view mirror is the motherfucking law. Got two choices, y'all. Pull over the car or bounce on the double, put the pedal to the floor. And I ain't tryna see know how we chase me, Jake. Plus I got a few dollars, I can fight the case. So I pull over to the side of the road. I heard, son, do you know what I'm stopping you for? Cause I'm young and I'm black and my hat's still low. Do I look like a mind reader, sir? I don't know. Am I under arrest or shit? I guess some more. Well, you was doing 55 and a 54. License and registration and step out of the car. You carrying a weapon on you, know a lot of kind of shit on my paper legit.
Well, do you mind if I look around the car a little bit?
Well, my glove compartment is locked, so it's the trunk in the back, and I know my rights, so you gon' need a warrant for that.
Aren't you sharp as a tack? You some type of law or somebody important or something?
I ain't past the bar, but I know a little bit enough that you wanna legally search my shit.
Well, we'll see how smart you are when the canines come.
I got 99 pounds, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me. 99 pounds, but a bitch ain't one. If you have a girl problems, I can back you, son. I got 99 pounds, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me. 99 pounds, but a bitch ain't one. If you have a girl problems, I can back you, son. I got 99 pounds, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me. 99 pounds, but a bitch ain't one. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 pounds, but a bitch ain't one. And once upon a time, not too long ago, a nigga like myself had a strong arm, a hoe. This is not a hoe in the sense of having a pussy, but a pussy having goddamn sense to try and push me. I try to ignore him, something the Lord pray for him, but some fools just not to perform. You know the type, balance a motorbike, but wouldn't bust a grip in a food fight. And only thing that's gonna happen is I'ma get the clapping in. He and his boys gonna be yapping to the captain, and then I go trapped in the Kit Kat again. Back through the system with the riff-raff again. Beans on the floor, scratching again. Paparazzis with their cameras, snapping them. He ain't trying to give a nigga shaft again. Half a meal for bail cause I'm African. All because the fool was harassing them. Trying to play the boy like he's saccharine. But ain't nothing sweet but how I hold my gun. I got 99 problems and a bitch ain't one. 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. If you having girl problems, I can back you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. If you having girl problems, I can back you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me.
Good Lord. These boys going at it. I ain't past the bar, but I know a little bit. I know that you ain't illegally gonna search my shit. We'll see how smart you are when the K9 comes. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. What a great song. This hurricane, this shit is looking bad. Looks like the last one was a dress rehearsal. Damn, 15 foot, 12 to 15 foot surge. That's crazy. Crazy. Kayla G was in here. She helped me fix the time. I had the shit scheduled for tomorrow at lunch instead of midnight. Did you like that little Martin song, Christy? The Durka Durka. Yeah, that's one of Seeper's creations. Yep. Damn, it's delicious. Oh, man. One of Seeper's creations. Fucking, on a halfway, On a halfway serious note, I had a conversation with leg day tonight, and that's kind of why this whole thing. Well, I played the Martin song. I'm sorry, I didn't finish saying who was here. Spence was here. What's up, Spence? Of course, Christy. Messiah, what's up, buddy? And Nickel G. Nickel G. Was Fusion asking for prayers for Nickel G? No, that was Chevy Triple Nickel. And Brandy. Yeah, he was asking for prayers. That's right. Chevy Triple Nickel and Brandy. Which I hope. I haven't heard anything. I haven't really been on, so. Or I played a little game earlier. I just hadn't paid attention to what's going on. I hope they're okay. Yeah, Brandy B. Is Fusion didn't elaborate. Obviously, it's a I'm assuming a separate ordeal, but they were just saying that Brandy B and Chevy Triple Nickel could use everybody's prayers. So that's what he had said in his live tonight. I'm not exactly sure, like I said, what's up with that. Yeah, I don't know, Nickel G. You might want to reach out or something. Not. That's the extent of it. But now what I do know is I talked to Osmic tonight, and well, I guess Martin has done something, or he's been up to some fuck shit. Because Leg Day is going to turn himself in to the police station tomorrow on some charges that I guess fucking dumbass Martin put together. So he's not sure what they are. And the crazy thing is that whole thing about the phone calls, like him calling and, you know, talking to the kids and all that shit. Like all that was bullshit. Like that wasn't Osmic at all. So I guess we'll know more about that. Well, I was talking to Osmic, and I asked him if it was okay to, you know, to mention it, and he said, yeah, of course. So hopefully once he goes down tomorrow and I guess gets the shit taken care of, he'll have a better understanding of what's going on. But obviously, I mean, you know, he hadn't broken the law against that dumbass. So, yeah, we were sitting there trying to. It's hard to fathom that, you know, someone would allow him to file charges like that. So, I mean, nothing really with Leg Day, Christy. Just, you know, he's been going back and forth with Martin, and yeah, I don't know. He's filed charges, apparently. He's got to turn himself in tomorrow. You got a call today about it. Hey, guys, give me 10 seconds. I'm going to grab a drink out of the fridge real quick. Hang on. Dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the one I used to know. Your days be merry and right. Anyway, what up, Harley? Been trying to figure out who Biddy Harley is. Biddy Harley. Gobbler is missing all the attention. Yeah, is Gobbler fired back up? Is he on his fuck shit again? Johnny Goulet for the Frenchman. Yo, Faith jacked us up earlier. She got us all fucked up on that sauce. Wait a minute. Did it not give me credit for fucking this place up? Or do I gotta get out of Dodge again? Make sure here. Okay, yeah. We got it. We got it. Right to bear arms. That's right. River armed convoy. May as well do this shit. Little side piece mission. We need to call our girl in. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not doing that. Like, we're going to do what Messiah was talking about. We're going to go unlock the dog. Old Snoop Frog. Where's he at? Dang it. I swear I'm a retard. Alright, we got to unlock old Cujo over here. Alright, so we got to help Boomer at Ray Ray's Pumpkin Farm in Holland Valley. Alright, so...
Hello?
Where is the Pumpkin Farm? Holland Valley. Is it back here somewhere? It's not. Oh, shit. It's over here in John's. I mean, I guess we can go over there. Right? Can we just cruise over here? Messiah? Yeah, I know I need help, dog, but I'm getting through it. I'm doing alright.
Fall's End has fallen to the...
I'll get there. I'm gonna get my dog. Pumpkin Farm.
Pumpkin Farm.
There we go.
Going crazy. I don't know what to do.
That's what I'm gonna be doing right here.
Ray Ray at the Pumpkin Farm. Boomer's going crazy. I don't know what to do.
Shit.
It's Ray Ray at the Pumpkin Farm. Boomer's going crazy.
Alright, I heard you, woman. Alright, so I got we're going to the Pumpkin Farm. We're going pumpkin shopping, baby. The black lady is the sniper? Oh, hell yeah. Which one? This one right here? My Nubian princess? Well, we'll go for her next. Look at that dog. He's a beast. I can tell we're going to be best friends. We're going to be best friends. Alright, so... Alright, I need to get over there, right? How far is that shit? Oh, we got a little hike. There's Joe Barron's lumber mill. Alright. Wait a minute, what the fuck is this? Oh, it must be that mission I set up, I think. Yeah. We're gonna undo that shit. I would go ahead and do it. I just... The fuck was that? Is that friendly?
Might be moving. Stay one.
There's also a bear and a mountain lion. Hell yeah. Oh, this car's a total sack of shit. Oh, hell's bells. Where'd she go? Now we're rolling. Let's hit us a deer. Quit shooting at civilians. I gotta quit reading the chat. Let's distract the driver. Yeah, I didn't mean to shoot the civilians. Good God Almighty! What do we have? A moose. That damn moose fucks me up every time. Oh shit, I'm fucked. Oh, I just hit the control right then for the med kit. Spence is back. Fucking moose, man. They jack your shit up, dude. Where am I at? I might as well save this dude. Sinner? I'm not a sinner. I'm a good Christian. Y'all are sinners. Just making sure. You happy now? You gonna thank me?
I'm Xander Flynn, and me and my Addy were attacked at the marina by those pseudo.
Oh, that's
Whoa,
great,
we need
dude.
some hatha yoga. I thought I was a dead man.
Huh. Got alcohol.
His deputy ignored direct orders and acted independently.
$39,
They
not
will
bad.
be found and they will
So, Messiah, should I get, when should I use the crack?
I thought I was a dead man. I think my life flashed by, and it was all.
When should I use
God, I need to be with Addy.
the damn crank? Like, the shit that, Homeboy made. Go and untie that guy. Is it GTA? Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to, like, really fuck. Oh shit, I'm gonna throw him there. God damn, get out of my way. Did I lose my track? John's area, right?
Damn it!
Balls.
Other way. I was gonna say, where did the body go? Am I wasting time going out and looting these guys every time? Or is it worthwhile, Messiah? Never used that stuff. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just didn't know if it gave you an advantage in like a fight. Like, you know, in GTA, you can get the oxy and like smoke the crack and shit, and it makes you, or whatever the one drug is, you can run faster, take more damage and shit. Check chat. It's actually a good game if you actually pay attention to what's going on. Yeah, I mean, I like it. I'm trying to pay attention. I'm not like, I mean, I wouldn't consider myself a gamer, really. But I, you know, I like super, you know, super casual. Some super casual gaming. You know, just having fun. I'm having a lot of fun playing this. That's not to say I don't want to stick to the objective, you know. I do. The suppressor's been pretty cool. Everyone wants to know if I would snipe square. Yeah, I'll snipe square. Hang on. What's his new channel called? Fucking Buttfuckers Anonymous. What is his new channel? The fucking Dog Whisperer. You'll get it? Well, shit, you don't have a wrench. Let me give you a wrench. I gotta log into fucking Newbuck 2. And God dang it. Let's see here. Platinum Pyro. Add moderator. Standard moderator. Standard moderation. Save. Alright. You're now a moderator. Against my better judgment, Spencer, you are now a moderator. You know, this one, I have totally lost my fucking mind. Harley, you are now not a moderator. I'm kidding. You are a moderator. All right. The moderation station has been closed for the night. Log back in. Switch account back. Told new cook 1. And we've got a Squirrizzy link from the Pyro. Here's the old Hey Ty Fag.
He didn't never come to me privately and be like, Square,
Pyro, let him
let
know
me talk
that
to you one-on-one, man, and it not be
let him know that
recorded.
it's running on Workyverse Discord.
No, like Mike recorded me or played me while he was
Please.
live.
Or I can do it real quick.
Scooter did record me in the past. I'm alright. I'm over it with Scooter. I got no issues with him. Although he's got a bunch of pressure on him too. He went back after Bird blocked me the first time and unblocked me, and she blocked me again. And what he told me, I was told. No, I'm not trying to start no shit or anything. I'm just saying this off the cuff, but he had said that he needed to reset his mods. He's got too many with wrenches and stuff.
All right.
You know, and I'm not going to say the other thing, but let's just put it this way.
All right, now I'm going to have to change
Some people think
some of the
that, I don't know. They think that because of
Can y'all hear Squidler?
their
All right.
track record with that person, then it's all right to
Yay,
try to
yay.
influence and put pressure on how their channel and chats run. But then everybody wants to give me crap.
What up, Tyler?
Because one of my things for whether or not I'm going to qualify
Y'all hear
you as
Squidler?
someone
Okay.
I'm giving the benefit of the doubt as a friend, you know, just like I gave Fusion and all these people at first that fucking took advantage of it, manipulated it, created a bunch of situations where they got reactions exactly how they were expecting or similar sort have. And then now all of this is, and then all the offline action when Filthy came along and upped it up about fucking 20 decibels.
Oh shit. Who, Joe?
I mean, I'm just supposed to just forget about all that though and focus about how that in the moment when Filthy first came along or something that they might have said then, like, you just need to drop it and move on to something else, what have you. They act like that enough hadn't have happened where I wouldn't in no way to move on. And let me tell you something else. That's like someone stabbing you or punching you or harming you in some way and then saying, hey, you know what, you best just better get that patched up, you know,
Good dog.
never come around here no more and drop it. And not only did they do that, but then on your way out, maybe thinking that you're going to take that advice just because you don't want, you know, they have one other person stop and fuck with you, another person too. Like, and you may have felt that way at the moment when they said that shit. And then you go on and you reflect about everything that's happened and how, well, wait a second. Like, I was honest with these fucking people. I did come to you as I was. And, like, and how I am and what I know. Like,
$22?
I didn't run any game. I didn't try to see, you know, what is this person's weaknesses and stuff like y'all did. You've been in streams literally admitting and guitar players talking about how we knew that this would be. I said it's gonna be something special because I had a private conversation with Guitar Fingers and he just couldn't believe, like,
Hell
I
yeah.
guess they had never seen somebody
That's Cujo.
so bored and never been like, I literally have never been grounded like this or was the type to be in the house. You look through my teenage, my early 20 years.
Caleb,
No,
what up, what up?
no.
Natalie,
And they literally got people thinking, believing, like,
Randy,
oh, I love this. This is what I want to do. Just sit in the house all the day. I don't want my
Seth,
grandfather never to move
son
on
of
with
a
his
bitch.
life or get like I don't know that stuff is gonna.
Damn, where do I gotta
Oh
come
my
from?
god, it's
Seth?
maddening, and it wears down at you. So yeah, it's no flex for this fucker to say that I get things. You know,
Back up,
the way
Jess.
he's saying that I get everything wrong and jacked up. No, but do I get details and sometimes think
Jess, back up.
different, and
Or don't.
especially concerning with Team Team? Yes, I have. And that's
I
funny
got
too,
Cujo.
how they started all this and
Come here,
then
girl.
Gene and them, you know,
Or is he a
and
boy?
then they
I can't
expect
pet him.
me though to think the people that also tried,
I need to pet you, Cujo.
socializing with these folks and Bird being
Oh
kicked out
no,
and
he's
all
missing
that,
his
which I
people.
really didn't know too much
I'll
all
take good
about
care of you,
why that
Cujo.
was.
Oh,
Oh, I'm not supposed to believe them, but I'm supposed to believe y'all. Or I'm supposed to assume
all right.
that
There we
right
go. We
after
got Cujo. Oh, we
this
got people incoming,
situation with
Cujo.
y'all's little social group,
Boomer, that's
that
his name.
this
Or
new social
Fang.
group, that by the way, I see with my own eyes, argue and go through shit
Well, damn, I ain't
just
shooting
like
with a
I
fucking
did, being
shit.
treated just like I did by the same people, which that made a sumptuous, I guess, camaraderie feeling that was able to be taken advantage of even easier. And he's like, "Oh, I've been bored, and I think it's time for a change." And he's saying that because now they're at a point,
Yeah, get him.
because they've always been at a point where they could finagle and leverage,
It's over this way.
and they did
Oh, they're
finagle
coming
and
down.
leverage. You
Coming
don't
in
act
hot.
like Fusion that you and no one took damn well fucking advantage of any situation that Gene Team invariably created through their bullshit.
More of them?
And then you didn't turn around and wasn't the alt ever in their chat or among other people, or was just sniping.
Take his feet
Saying,
out.
well, they
Oh,
are right
yeah.
about that. He is. Like when you're shitting on me and your usual, like, but because maybe once
Good
in
God.
between all that shitting on me, we said,
What is she shooting?
they
Fire
did.
arrows?
Square was honest about that. At least he was honest about the bird
Is he
thing
talking
and
about
about
himself in third
the
person?
picture and all that. Yeah, I was fucking honest,
Good
Bubba.
God, look at the fucking
And I
flames.
apologize to you. And I deleted the video that Bird made specifically and put in my possession
Bird. The
over
bird
way
was a
over a year
word.
ago to get, to play the
Talking
fucking
about
get.
dumb luck. Yeah, okay, see, he growls.
I grew to the realization that
What up, smart mouth?
that's more so was for her enjoyment.
Smart mouth had an awesome weekend.
It wasn't meant for me to enjoy, but if that came from, it was meant to. I get it. Like I've been used as a tool, and now that I won't be used as a tool, and they see that I basically
Was he just
say,
growling?
"Well, fuck you, Dino. Then fuck you too, Deadly. Fuck Gene and them." I'm not
Oh, look
even
at my
fucking gonna
boy.
consider that. I'll have a conversation with Miss Paula now, but not that.
It says buy and
Not
customize
them,
trucks here.
because and I think I have proven full
Oh,
circle that
shit,
just
boys.
largely groups on here are toxic and
What's
suck
up,
and
little
are
Robin?
subject to the stuff that we have going on
Turn
over here.
around every
Things are
now and
gonna
then.
happen.
All right, what am I turning around? Because he's
I
growling?
mean,
They're coming?
I hoped that if I gained any true friends, it would just be Miss, uh, Pitbulls, Brittany, Penelope, and
What's he
I,
growling at?
I feel like I'm alright with naming
Oh, look
them,
at this fucker.
but
Cougar.
there's some other people that used to troll me that aren't on the worky side right now that have been a friend to me. And I'm going to respect their privacy because it's an obvious thing. If I mention them, they would be given shit and harassed. So I'm not going to mention them by name. But I thank them as well. Alright? I do. And
$16.
if anything, just the few of them people
Did I do anything
are
with the
sincere
pumpkins?
enough, and I met them.
Uh,
You know, I guess I haven't completely lost faith in humanity, and I'm at the end. You know what? I also feel it's ready for a change, but I'm not so certain if we got the same ideas this guy
Square.
does. So, without further ado, in my long fucking winding intro monologue,
That was an intro?
now ceasing, I'm gonna play some of this. I've got to fucking get through intro and all that dumbass. Or maybe I should watch it in full and just comment on everything.
That was an
I don't
intro.
know. I'll tell you what though, like I just went through just some random bit of
Oh,
it
look at
so
that shit.
far. If I fucking get into this and something like if something specifically stands out, I'm gonna have to stop it. And depending on what it is, I may get so mad enough
Oh,
that
yeah, here.
I
Oh,
won't
look
even
at that
play
shit.
anymore and be like, you know, that
The turret up
says
top.
it right
Shit.
there. I don't know what's gonna happen, honestly. This is years ago, and he tagged wars, you know, and that's the other thing I remember. Having a third person or party like
Funaki.
to you could announce your plan
Oh, that's cool.
and he could have been like, you know, I'm gonna
I like
put
that.
on the title, but I'm not gonna tag him, you know,
It's
because
kind of
he's
like
asked
a
me not
Land Rover
to.
Jeep combo.
And
There's
I'm not
Square's
telling
van
y'all
right
to,
there.
but if someone
Look,
gets
no
bored
windows
back
on the
then,
back.
who knows? Maybe he'll come back. You
Perfect for
didn't
the
even
squiddlers.
respect me as much as a human being or on a basic level
Give me a
in
tractor.
terms of the law and in general. Give me the respect not to tag me. You don't understand though that I didn't see your tag
Oh,
because you
shut the
are
fuck
actually
up, Square.
blocked, so you can't then turn around and respin and be like, well, he doesn't just block me
Square
because
is
he
a
lets us keep engaging
homo.
with this like you had been. That's why you switched it and you did all this, and that's why I decided to wait until it was way over.
Yeah, Square.
And I wasn't even thinking really of listening or looking at this.
What is he doing?
I'm taking a shit on your dumb ass.
What?
Yeah. You see what he was doing? Dude, he was backstage touching himself. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Swear, what he
Dude.
That's
Subscribe to that.
Bitch.
Unsubscribe from that. White front to back. You don't want Duder in your tutor looking ass, dude.
God, Square's so fucking gay. Spokes.
That's. I'm not even gonna make a comment on that.
What? What retard?
Swear, what are you doing? What is Square doing right now, dude?
And when he brings it up, you can see that I'm actually getting prepared to fucking get up and just because he would not let me up. That's the old thing. It was when books to me were quabbling, and I fucking basically do a teabag sort of, although not really. It's kind of lame.
What is he doing?
My pants are
I'm taking a shit on your
my pants are completely up.
dumb ass.
Yeah. You see what he was doing? Dude, he was backstage touching himself.
Bro, if that really happened and you didn't screenshot it, then come on. I mean, y'all know that didn't happen. Oh, look. One where I'm emotionally tired of it.
Oh, you're
I know what
fat.
I've seen with my own first. Run, killer!
Hang on, people.
Holy fuck. Oh my god.
They just threatened to kill her. Listen,
Poor Grampy.
Hang on, please. Listen.
Yeah, come on down, boy. Come on. Oh my god. Now see, after these fucking people called and see that they found out and knew that, oh, he's got a bad stepmom relationship, and they played on that. That's basically all it is. I've got a bad relationship with my stepmother. And I told my father, I didn't tell her, but I told him, and, you know, and both of them got on the phone, and I got to just come home to seeing a phone call that I think went almost to an hour, but having her on it and my father on it, and Filthy just completely lying to them like he's an older adult from this area, knows my granddad and stuff, and they
Oh
didn't
shit,
say,
what
well, who are
happened?
you related to or what have you or nothing.
I got people up here.
And
Sons of
even if
bitches.
they did, Filthy, I must have
Did I just
said
hit my
something
dog?
enough that fucking his dumb ass, you know. And here's and again the repeating
What the
thing.
hell? Where'd that cow come from?
It's not like my dad was clueless.
Oh, I
I
gotta go
told my
save my
dad, I was
dog.
like, you remember when I was younger and those hackers? I was
My
like,
bad, homie.
I
I
found
got
another
you.
fucking
You're
eccentric
good.
group and they've been threatening
You
a bunch
can't
of
run
stuff.
out in
I
front of the car, homie.
told my dad that. He listened? No. No, just let me pick up the phone, and after this
Yeah, it's a
guy
good boy.
introduced himself, says something, let me listen, and man, he just
Did
got
they kill this thing?
sucked into it, you know, and that's why they feel like they're such good trolls. And now Fusion wasn't on the phone with them. Filthy did it. Filthy was real new and not, you know, and he's got that voice that sounds like an older person and talk. Well, just
Come on,
you know,
Cujo.
they acted like that was me on stream announcing, like, going outside. Now, if I go outside and I'm saying to randomly around, like, I'm
Come on,
gonna,
Cujo.
I'm gonna, you know, someone
I
probably
don't want to
needs
hit
to
you.
look into that. I might need to go to the hospital. I may actually be, you know, but if I'm
Are
in
you getting
my
in the truck,
house
homie?
privately, and that was either a hot mic or a hot phone call line, and I'm talking to someone else, I'm not even talking
Come
to
on,
those
Cujo.
people on
Jump in
there.
the
They're
truck.
just sitting there listening. And I say something to
Can he
somebody
not get in
else
the
though
truck?
in a private domicile that person knows I don't mean, and I don't mean. You can say that all you want to or whatever, but you just happy that you got your mad reaction. Let's just be honest.
Come on down, filthy animal. Filthy animal, call
Hey.
upon you.
You know, like,
You stick
Cujo.
a cane.
I mean, sooner, maybe one
Come on.
day,
Come
an
on, boy.
expert, unbiased,
Come on, boy.
truly,
Let's go.
would go over all this
Come on.
and would be able to determine where my fatal flaw was or
What's up,
whatever it
Caleb?
was that I,
He'll
you
follow
know,
me? Alright.
that these people were
I
using,
just don't want to run him over again.
and about how the fact that social media, just like they talked about today on that documentary Saw, um, has trained us to take stuff as validation or whatnot. So, I mean, I'm not, you know, and again, everyone thinks that because I go in and over explain stuff and talk about stuff and try to cover all aspects the mind comes across, thinks of, or that come across through dialogue, research, well, then I must be making excuses.
Oh, hell.
Or I'm always going back
Big
to
ass
making an
bull.
excuse so so I can never win, right? What do you want me to do? Just say, oh, well, I
You
should have
lose,
known I was
swear.
being
You lose.
fucking manipulated by feedback loops on the feed and how addictive it was to start making shorts and all that and going back. I mean, like, really? You want me to just say that? I mean, I can. No, because I'll tell you what would matter. What would matter is, well, I'm just gonna keep those thoughts to myself. You know, I got to start practicing that more too. Not everything needs to. I have literally made myself, because of this situation, just the explainer, but never getting to a solution. Let me take you back to something Gotcha Man had said. He said that, you know, if it was your brother, or maybe it
What
was
do you know about
you when
Gotcha
you was
Man
in at
Square?
30. Okay, all right. So because some of you guys
It's a
felt
city.
and couldn't get out or whatever, or maybe mistakes on your own. If it was mistakes on your own, I guess I could sort of understand where he's going, but and some mistakes were on my own, but they weren't to the point of like. So what are you saying? That the alternative was that
Oh shit.
um, when I, yeah, you know, I mean, I don't know. It's like the way he explained that. I was seeing you up, and you're like, "Oh, get up and go do something." Like you don't know that I'm not. I mean, I have more than
Get
just
him.
my grandfather that can attest to
Why
the
isn't
two
my sign
interviews
button
I've
not
went
working?
to within the last month,
2
to
interviews.
the fucking everything.
Oh, 2 interview square.
When we come across people, I let them know, you know, I'm in between. I'm really trying to find some work, you know, stable work. Like it's topic number one, always.
Let them know that I'm a haters homosexual.
Somebody visited, and you know, they just had left. Someone else, and
Visited. Well, Dad about to come by?
we ended up chatting for a little bit
I
and
bet you did chat,
sharing a
Square.
sit down today and smoke. And
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, you know, and I was telling them about myself, and they're like, Man, you got it good. They said,
They get
all
it.
you got to do is just like figure. He's like, he said, the only issue you got, man, is you just got to get things put in place. He said, you know, he's
Oh,
like, I've
yeah.
got, you know, I've still got a little bit of a corridor to walk down, and you know, before I
Hey, I'm
can move
behind you,
on
dummy.
to the next phase of getting shit done. I'm like, yeah,
Good job, Cujo. Fuck him up. Pet your girl. Yeah, that's a good boy. I can't decide if my dog is a boy or a
yeah,
girl. I keep calling him both. He's a tranny dog. Uh-oh.
he just,
Oh,
I don't know,
shit.
but
Oh, no. You alright? You alright, boy?
you know, he's had kids of his own and stuff, and he was basically
I
telling me,
should
you
have
know,
probably thought of
he's
that.
like, I'm in a whole different
You
stage of
alright?
life than you, and I can tell you,
Hey,
I can't,
you okay?
you know, understand all that
You
internet
hurt.
stuff
Let me
that you
fix
got
you.
going on. This is a lot older guy. He said, but I've always kept
Hey,
in,
come here, boy.
you know, and been friends with so and
Aw.
so, and you know, and you've been nice, and he
Want me
said,
to
I
pet
know
him?
that that
You
you'll
okay?
figure it out eventually. He said,
Come on.
it might seem like you're going through hell until you do, but
Are you
once you
coming?
do, he said,
Attaboy.
you'll have forgot about it, and you'll be on to you know, your mind will be focused on your next things that you're wondering about how you're
Right
going to
down
get
here.
together. He's like, I just think you need to.
Get some
He
ammunition.
said, I know it's hard. He said, but let it go.
Let it go. Let it go.
Let it go. And he said, shit. And if one of them bastards show up or something, you know what to do.
He said, you
They
know
might
what to
be
do.
on camera outside your house calling you a pussy, bitch, chicken, all that talk
That's
shit.
right.
He said, you don't come out. And if you're inside,
Don't come out, because that's
you
what
walk
pussies
away.
do.
And, you know, if God forbid if they try to advance or something, you know,
Pull out your blunderbuss.
I think Fusion had this stream and stuff, and I think they like to appear like they're appearing to other people that, well, this is all trolling and he knows it. I don't know why he plays this pretend act like he's worried about someone coming to his house or hurting him. Dude,
Get him, Cujo.
just because some of y'all's schemes that you purported that were going to happen did not happen does not mean then that I can assume that on the next one or the next one after the last one did happen. You know, like I just,
No, you're
I
way
will
dumber.
tap your motherfucking jaw,
You
bro.
are way
I will
dumber.
tap your motherfucking jaw piece, bro.
I remember Father Turbo tapping that throat.
No, yeah.
He
Why don't
beat
you
you
take
over
the
and just
fucking dick out of your
you
fucking
raw,
ear
didn't
ball?
he, boy?
Why don't you?
AD, what up? Spit on it, AD. Spit on it.
Is he behind me?
He kept calling me over and over, and
Hello. Just let him know, like, I respect him, you know, like, it wasn't meant to be.
Watch this. This is about to get
I
live.
see you. I bet you I can get you off in 5 seconds. Little
Ugh.
Oh, yeah, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna squeal, boy. Squeal.
I was taken off of fucking. That's taken out of context.
Not
Well,
really.
I got you up here, Ed, that you fucking just threatened me.
I'm gonna demonstrate bending you over and fucking you like the bitch you are.
Is
I love
Virtually, of
Mustard.
course.
Is that,
Mustard is like, oh man.
Virtually, of course. Okay.
cool? Oh, virtually, of course. Yeah.
He finally added that in the end after the first year and a half of just straight threats, no virtually or none of that.
Yeah.
You know why he started to do that? Because they would try to bring up, and whenever I would explain, no, I said, you know, if we were in that situation, I said, that's hypothetical. That's just how I talked, you know. Well, he didn't start talking like that, but so that's why he said in this one, virtually, of course, after the end, because he's like, well, hold on, let me make sure to cover myself.
Out, you know,
No,
on
you
the
didn't-
internet,
you
like we've been.
Storm.
Of course, yeah.
Oh, why did you do that? Dude! Back on. What's up, Storm? Whoa! Dude! Storm! What?
Storm is part of the Workies, and that's in 2022. And as you can see, I'm saying, why the fuck would you do that? Like, I thought these people were cool.
Why did you do that? Storm, you're porn bombing my fucking stream.
Oh, dude.
That's you, Storm, right there.
Storm, why would you do that? Why would you forsake
Now my
Square
fucking
Bear?
stream's ruined.
Oh, it's okay. I'm good.
Motherfucker, you can bring your ass on down. You can bring your ass on down to 309.
Uh-oh.
That's Petey. That's an invitation for Gustavo only.
6th Street, motherfucker, in Haytime, Missouri. Bring your
And
ass.
it's expired.
Sound
It's,
like he
it's
invited
only
everybody.
about, I don't know, 2 years or a year expired. You know, after giving someone an invitation like that, you got to at least after a year, if it's not taken up, you gotta. You know, that's just general.
I'm a fight.
Oh,
You sure
shit out of
a lot of people come visit you. You know that? You understand what I'm saying?
No, fuck that shit. He can come here. He can bring his. No, you can bring your ass on, people.
I don't give a fuck who's.
Your ass on PD. Now, me saying that to one man and then one man choosing to bring an army, you know, I think this is more about the other man than it does myself.
An army.
He's an outlaw because I made it clear.
And I just got real angry in that time. But the other times where I was like, "Oh, I'm a citizen," you know, I'm not like y'all. I don't believe. And they was mad because basically I had the cojones to say, you know, I'm not gonna. I don't try to come on here and act like I'm something I'm not.
That I'm not an outlaw. I'm a fucking citizen.
See?
Working very strong.
And they, for some reason, that's really funny. But logically, it just means what it was. I'm not one of these people going around acting like, you know, I'm an outlaw, you know, or any of that. And I'm not referencing anyone in particular, like just because they maybe have that word in their channel name either. That's not what this is about, because I know that person would probably say, "Oh, you taking your digs," and then you wonder why. No, I was genuine when I was up on your panel.
What's up? You guys are good people.
That outlaw thing came way before really Miss Paula was.
You can't deny it.
Littles in the worky version.
Motherfuckers. Yes, sir. Worky very strong.
There's Berlinetta. See, there's Berlinetta saying it. you know, but they claim that they're against these people and everything. Oh, really? That's why you're making and trying to copy your content off of theirs? Not exactly, but basically make it a news show instead of Low Cow, where you call Troll Cow. But you'll also cover locales too. I mean, they just completely lost. They've lost me ever as being a supporter, or like those days of the back and forth with Gene and them. It's really over, and I don't think they still. I don't think. I'm not gonna listen to all that.
I know that, you know, they've had a lot of bad weather. They've got some more coming.
Ooh, I like
so
my MP5. Look at that bad boy.
I know you say you're at peace, but
World famous Charlie D says he's watching. I was not actually watching.
I mean, I have questions I'd like answers to. So, you know, I'll drop the link
Oh,
here.
he's growling.
I want to
Where's
give
he
you a
at, Cujo?
platform to talk, and we can.
I've got a platform, and you guys like. I mean, you have no problem. Why don't you, for once, try doing a stream of all the times that you know what? Never mind. Let me just keep that to myself.
Maybe come to some kind of agreement or resolution.
Agreement or
I know you say you're
resolution.
at peace.
So you telling me you couldn't find examples of all the times I have tried? Like, I begged y'all, like, what do y'all want if I leave? But y'all would never say, yeah, we would. You would never confirm it when I did make attempts. And you talked about it, then you come over
I'll
on the
be right back.
panel,
Gotta pee.
and then, yeah, you know, so do you really think I'm going to, well, you know, it's not, he only got me the first 3 times, you know, surely this 4th time after all this new stuff, is that what you think? Is that so much new crazy stuff's happened from those old times that, you know, and that since I was willing to go on Paula's, that I might be willing to buy what this is that he's selling?
Peace, but come on, bro. I mean, I have questions I'd like answers to. So, you know, I'll drop the link here in a minute, and if you want to come up, it'll just be me and you. No surprise guests. Nobody else will be allowed up here on the.
I wonder if that would have been really true. Well, if that's the case, Fusion, why don't you come on mine then? You know, or why wouldn't you offer it to? I'm not. It's not an invitation, but I'm just wondering why he wouldn't have offered it.
Panel.
And I'm not talking to Fusion, or I'm talking about Fusion. Let me make that clear to my audience, and also clear for legal and documentation purposes.
Until we're done. You know, hit the link. All right. Let's see. We got Charlie D in the house. We got Lady Tracy. We got Skulls, Eyes Open. We got Lily. I think badass bow ties.
Not going through introductions.
Trying to get down this damn list. Holy. That Creaker. How you? And Houdini. What's up, Wrangler? All right. Hey, there's Mr. Petey. Go, my Petey. Go, my Petey. What's up, Chanel? I see you.
You
What's
really
up?
don't have any. See, that's what I mean right there. Like, that dude don't have any problem with that whole
Go, my Petey, and all that shit.
like that shit's, bro. I don't give a fuck if you do like Filthy Animal. That shit's fucked up. That shit is fucked up. The whole bit of it. Can you imagine if I done that? If I went and played something like that? They would say it's cringe. It's specifically that I'm not specifically laughing about that girl dancing or whatever, or that stupid ass. I'm laughing because she's wearing blackface and stuff. You guys know that's what it would have been if I had put something like that in one of my videos. Filthy does it. He gets thunderous applause.
I'm back.
You
Is
know,
Square
hell,
still a faggot?
even got dude fucking throwing it up, literally calling it out. I'm sorry, but it's just double standards are amazing. Woman comes over to my chat, antagonizes, starts shit, trying to troll. In the course of things, telling her to stop. Why can't she just leave me be? Stuff. Maybe she gets called a cunt. All right. Ooh, now the troll's virtue signal. See how he talks to women? He's just an incel. He hates women. Blah, 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 blah. Next day, I'm not live currently. And that same girl or another girl like that trolling around on their thing or gets them ticked off about something they bring up and they call her just the same bad names. I mean,
Refuel.
like literally, like Bambi is a great example. You know, and even though I was still like when I was next to her every day, essentially, I was still being called that stuff, and I'm literally up there saying good morning to Miss Pam, everybody, like every woman, and it's not like you know, that's just how I normally am.
Square's a champion of
But
women, y'all.
whenever that shit's not going on, you know, well, it's not mentioned as much, and then when it goes on, then you see an uptick and stuff, you know, whatever they're playing off of. I've been playing gun videos lately or something, you know, they want to talk about how he's dangerous and this has happened and that and everything else.
But Blue Eyes,
I mean,
good to see everybody.
it's easy looking in hindsight to see exactly, like they say that my problem is reacting, and and I know that some things reacting to and stuff was complete. Yeah, that's my issue, but it's just as much an issue of them reacting back to my reaction, which they've done a lot of times. Like they reacted too. And that's another thing that the social experiment was there to illustrate. Even though, so Louisiana has been declared a locale and everything, but yet still values those people as audience. Maybe sees them as, or maybe they have the understanding that, hey, we're all superficial here, just we all know it. You know, because I just can't understand why she would give a shit. And because she treated me like they didn't like it that she treated me too fair, you know, it was too on the side of fair leaning the way she treated me. It wasn't unfair and like fuck you outright enough. I mean, and she was surprised, and I don't think, you know, it's obvious that she didn't expect she didn't know if I came there to fight or what was the reason. And people in chats immediately like he thinks he's safe or whatever. I think I'm safe. What do you mean? I should be safe. I'm at home on my computer. Now, do you mean safe in this channel space or chat? I didn't know there was such thing as
You're never
a
safe,
channel
Square.
that's safe, not like so I could be potentially hurt or something, or y'all are gonna like, what do you mean safe?
Shut the fuck up.
Why would somebody say in Paula's chat he's safe because of what's happened?
Watch out, boy.
You wouldn't say that if there haven't been something
Oh, did I hit the
happening
dog? No.
that would make me feel like, obviously, and they acknowledge and know that I don't feel safe enough without, you know, and they can say, oh, it just means getting attacked. And it extends more to that when you have people threatening to come and that they have showed up. It extends a lot farther than that. Now, if I had been on here this whole time and no one's come to the house, no offline harassment had ever been done, I'd be full of shit, and I would almost say that, frankly, if I was still on here at this point drumming this, I mean, people may very well be right that I'm just trying to milk it, and they've never really taken it offline or real life to me. But everyone knows that's not correct. they just think there's still enough deniability or error deniability
Where'd he go?
that I should afford it to maybe at least anyone else besides Filthy, because he's not doxxed. No.
Buddy, let me get this fucking link dropped here. See if old Square Bear wants to come up.
And then you
What's up,
and
smart
then
mouth?
you
I'll speak
refer
to
to me as
shit.
something like
Oh,
that, and you
what's up?
think that you're gonna get a,
I dropped that.
you know,
Motherfucker, I'm trying to
Okay,
talk
so I dropped that link. Now, if anybody hits the
Werner
link,
and his wife had a dog.
gonna
Remember,
talk?
he broke his 100. No,
Jesus.
we didn't have a dog. She had a dog, and the dog was just like when I'm
It's
around
marital
certain friends. My
property,
dog
Square.
is super close to me, which I mean, but it's, I
What you doing,
mean,
boy? What are you looking at?
and hers was rescued too. When dogs are abused or have bad owners, and they've never had the type of owner then that comes around and treats them like just like they should be, a living sentient being. Maybe they're not a baby, but I almost see my dog like a baby, you know? I mean, and
I've not played Gears of War.
man, I swear to God, he's
I'm
so
sorry.
scared of back when fucking T-Dog was here, fucking
T-Dog.
he was so scared of him.
Who the hell
I
is
mean,
T-Dog?
and I remember all it was, he was normal at first, was socialized with him like he did the kids around here and stuff.
I got a
But
G.
then all of a sudden, and watch, they'll try to clip just what I just said just then, take it out of context. I just thought.
Clip it.
Because my dog and I, we live in a neighborhood, obviously like anyone else, and they naturally come across people, and sometimes, you know, young people, they want to pet the dog,
Scared
little
youth camp.
children and stuff, and now they'll try to say, see, he's a danger, he's around little, you know,
You are dangerous.
not
Square.
around. Hell, everyone's around them.
You tell on yourself.
People. I mean, you know, it's not like I got a fucking thing and a fender mark. You know, I pulled up. That's something else I've done before. I showed up,
Copperhead
and
Road.
you know, we're a small town. Obviously, there are some S offenders here in this town. They can't be within so many feet of a school, but that feet distance thing, when you go on there and look at the map, it ain't, I mean, just because they're just a block over more so than I may be or
Is
something.
Square an S offender?
What? You think I'm more of a danger than someone that's actually got a history? Okay, dude, whatever. Sure.
Maybe.
Sure.
Maybe.
Pink and Square comes up.
You know.
I'm gonna have to
I
drop
mean,
you
that
down.
just gets my mind. Like, I'm just so like, what? Like, you know, they're not even going after. Like, they want to talk about protect the children stuff and everything. They don't even want to look into which this area is so small that they actually could try to dig in and see who the real people against children around here are and expose them. No, 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 no. That's too much. And that's too much boring integral work. You know, it's not exciting enough. Why wouldn't it be exciting? You could like pretend to scam them or something, or pretend like there's so many scenarios I could think of that they could probably go out here and actually be trolling, having some fun. But if they find that they end up coming across someone that's bad, then they could actually do something about it. Think about that. That would be not just a selfish, you know, thing for them, entertainment, but also a win
Square doesn't
for
get it.
protecting children. I have brought that up and numerous times now. Like they could make a pedo catching channel and all that. I think they should look into how the other ones do it though, and see what proper rules are and go through what
How does
entrapment
Square not
is and all
realize
that. Even
that
if they think they know what entrapment is,
the
I wouldn't lie to
entire
you right now and say I
Workyverse
know
is
exactly
about
what
him?
entrapment is. I
Like,
have
how
an
does he not know
idea,
that?
but could I legally tell you what the standards are and, you know, the lines that muddle? And no, I couldn't.
Friendlies.
So, I mean, that'd be like me starting up a channel thinking I'm going to do that. and
We'll do some
not
fishing here, boys.
searching into anything.
Oh shit, nice,
That's
nice.
old Square. It'll just be me and him up here if he wants to come up.
Oh,
and,
look, my boy's swimming.
No, I'm a man of my words. so-
Hell yeah.
Maybe tonight.
Man of word.
You meant it. So, see that right there?
No, I'm a man of my words. So I'm a man of word, Square.
What the fuck is that supposed to?
I'm a man of my word.
Got a fishy chasing.
Hey,
Oh
hit
shit,
that,
I
hit
missed it.
that link, Mr. Square. This is not like a gotcha moment or anything like that. I really, seriously, like,
Threw it up on the bank.
me and Square haven't talked in forever. You know, I used to get on his panels a lot.
Oh, you
back-
called my phone recently and tried to commit unwanted communication.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Square.
After being told more than like thousands of times within the past since 2022. So you have committed acts of harassment against me. I love how you said we haven't talked and like, dude, you was just fucking tagging me relentlessly. I told you to stop, and then you left some voicemails, like fucking MC. Maybe not as long as MC, I'll give you that, and not as creepy, but still.
Back in the day, and I was probably look, while we weren't friends.
He said it, not me. But I have been sitting here this whole time and have never said or tried to lie and alter and say that I didn't think we weren't. And I didn't say or ever, like, I thought this guy was my best friend. No. But I would think generally he's friendly online. So, in general,
Hey there,
he's not going to
boys.
send me to a link that's
Caught
going to
me a rainbow
download
trout.
malware.
13 pounder.
In
That's a
general, you
haul.
wouldn't expect somebody to
That's the
lie
first
to you
fish
that
I've
someone's putting a child potentially that they think is this account named Chelsea in danger,
Uh-oh.
or at the very least is over there being expressively even more
What do we got?
inappropriate. They believe because that they knew that was a
What are you barking at,
15-year-old.
Cujo? Oh, shit.
And he's just a piece of shit. You see how he talks and everything. Like, I didn't just say,
Fuck
sure, I'll
outta
do
here.
it. No, or nothing like that. I said, I guess you're right.
Thanks, dog.
Like,
well, you're saving my ass.
and that was how the conversation went. But see, that was back at the beginning, so they didn't have any expectation. This guy's not a troll. He's not going to be recording. He's not going to be covering his ass like we are.
Is that a bad guy?
And if they did record any of that, they got rid of it.
Oh, shit.
It never was uploaded. Do you think if any of those phone calls were, or like that moment where we talked, I think actually we talked on the back of the StreamYard. So yeah, Fusion could have recorded it. I didn't.
People up
and
there.
even Guitar Fingers, who
All right,
created
I
the
caught a
name of this
fish.
shit
Are
that
you
they
stuck,
have
boy?
made and all that.
Oh, he's stuck under the dock.
We had 2 different sessions privately, me and
Come here,
him
boy.
on StreamYard, hanging out, like, almost call it virtual hangout.
Oh, my God, he's drowning. The boy's stuck.
And that after those interactions, he said, I think we got something special.
Oh, no, my dog. Come on, Cujo.
Or he's
Come
going
out
to be
here.
something special to that effect.
Come on, Cujo.
Because
oh,
they
hell,
saw,
that
we got, if we can get in here and we can talk and we can record him and then it's over and then he doesn't post
Come on,
something
boy.
or he doesn't leak it, which I didn't.
Come on,
That
boy.
shit of guitars and I never
Come on.
uploaded
go.
it. I went over it and acknowledged that it happened. And Guitar even knew that. I think
Good
I even ended
boy.
up telling him like he didn't want it, broadcasted and stuff. But I think
What you
I did
seeing,
end
boy?
up telling him
What
that
you
one of
seeing?
them got recorded, whatever. Never did put it out.
Oh, my God, that's what you're seeing.
Like anything he maybe have said that, and I'm sure if I go back and were to listen, there could be something in there that I could like
How did that thing turn into
blow out
a
of
damn
proportion
Wolverine from a
and
bear?
focus on, or could have back then.
What the fuck?
I didn't. And I don't know if you still tune in and keep what's going on, but if you do, Guitar Fingers, I know I'm telling the
All right,
truth.
come on,
At
boy.
least you are.
You eating them?
Or and most of you, all the rest should know too, because
Good boy.
none of you know about the great
Uh-oh.
me betraying Guitar Finger's tale because it didn't happen. I didn't betray him. But he was one of those older, computer experienced people that, we connected on that way, that we were into technology and stuff. And
All guys
I
are
was just
coming
honest
down
with him,
now.
just like the same way I was when I got threatened by that chick, that Scooter would be used against me and stuff. I went to Scooter and I talked to him. It's not like I went ever and tried to hide and said, "Oh no, these people are on to me," or tried to ignore it and be like, whatever, and not make any more shorts about her having that fake cop person pretend to be a cop, saying Johnny Goble did this controlled buy and did it for them, and in exchange they got rid of some pedo charges for him, which, looking back on, it's insane that myself and even others could even think that that was possibly true and stuff. Like, it's just, it certainly is crazy, all this shit that's happened.
That doesn't mean that I wasn't trying to help him. And Square, you can't deny that I legitimately tried helping you navigate some of this shit and try to get a handle on shit. And then, like you talked about it
What you
today,
got, boy?
when Black Pox had that, or no, it was Red Reaper had a panel, and I was up there, and Red Reaper was up there, and then you came over, and we were trying to help you. Then, like, we were
No, you guys were on my panel, and then you went immediately over another one talking about he's such a fucking, you believe, and he thinks, basically showing like that dude is fucking crazy, and we ain't his friend. Oh, we're laughing. All that is that, and all this other shit. And it was like a shock. That was the turning point. That it was a shock, and I got so upset that I said, I hope you motherfuckers get cancer. Like, that's how upset I was.
Lovely Square.
I was still the same Square that doesn't threaten anybody ever,
All right, here we go. Come
but
on.
I still said something mean
Get him, Cujo.
and wrong to say, and I apologized for it immensely several times over to numerous people, some who got personally offended and for different reasons, so that's what I was talking about. And you're sitting, do you think I was so fucked up that I can't remember that situation, even if I was overprescribed a little bit medicine,
A little
should
bit.
have been reduced down or whatever? Like, seriously.
trying to give you
Oh, good
advice
God.
on
What?
how to navigate YouTube and how to
Oh,
get people to
after
know.
you had already gotten my info and your other buddies had it, it just ain't been as spread as much at that point. Because Filthy came around and he cranked it all up for you. And that's something else too. Maybe if he had never came along and certain things didn't occur, maybe I could still believe that something good about Fusion that year. But then later, when that year happened more, and the police calls and the fucking me going to the hospital right when I was about to start my phlebotomy course and announcing I was signed up for it and about to start it, and they knew, and they didn't give no shit that I was trying to further my education so that one day, hopefully, when I got another car or what have you, I would have something I could work in that I wanted
Work
to,
that shit
an
like a
accomplishment
boss.
that I tried to accomplish before I was freaking unable to complete it back in 2016 because of a wreck. I mean,
Not do the things that you didn't want them to do to you, but you got mad and you ran off panel and you started your own live and did nothing but fucking trash talk us. Like, and that's how this all, I mean, granted, I was in Cammy's chat as a mod back in the day, and all that shit with the wrench went down, and
I was just about to say, I know this motherfucker is not about to say that If he had said just then, oh Lord, that is not where it all started, and you know that. He's just not willing to admit. Still, like I don't see how he doesn't understand, or even that past lives and things that have come out now since, and guitar and them leaving, that that didn't shed more light, that it was more like they were talking about it and tinkering. It may have
Got a
not been
mower.
fully committed to doing a verse like Durkee and everything, but they were talking about it, and it was already being pre-planned, and they were testing the waters to see what I would do. And when they saw it was mainly just react, like he's not, trying to find our info. Like he can't, like I didn't come out and find someone's info on my own and dox. Literally everything I've
God,
gotten has been posted
y'all
either
have fucked
publicly
this
by
dude's
someone
mind up.
else because they don't like him, or they wanted to make it more
He
even
is
playing
just,
field, what have you. Like I
my
legit
God.
was never a threat to any of their privacy, security, nothing. But they became and were actively saying we're a threat to yours, and they're expecting, like, I don't know. I should have just said, all right, I'm beat. What do you want me to do? Like, I don't know what they expected I was supposed to do back then. Really.
Usually what he does.
You know, I didn't really pay attention to you too much until Johnny went offline, and then you caught my attention even more.
Johnny
And
really,
all the shit went down,
he went offline.
and it's just been a fucking snowball ever since. I mean, you can't deny that I didn't give you a chance to be out of this. Like, at least on my part, like we made a deal.
What up, Rusty?
Not this again. You want to reference something from 2022 before you came up with the term and stuff. And I don't remember the deal being, you don't keep it. This is going to turn up to, and not only that, I'm gonna. This is such a lip service. Is what this is. It's a lip service.
We made a deal, and for 2 weeks you did nothing but talk about me on every live stream you did, and then you at some point.
Now, do y'all not see the hypocrisy? Now, where's the irony here?
Hypocrisy.
They claim my problem is I listen to them too much. I won't stop. I'm addicted. And if I didn't care, they would just go away. Why didn't you reflect those same values and behavior that you preached that I should have
Shut the
and
fuck
do
up, Square.
when you just mentioned that right there? He's going to say, because you gave me my word that you wouldn't talk about me, whatever. After everything that you had already done, though, and was going around elsewhere gloating about how I'm, and humiliating. See, they like to pretend like they're not fully aware, but they're completely aware that they do all this because they're playing on the aspect that doing stuff to people in a public setting that is like, haha, gotcha. It's humiliation. I used to call it in the early days humiliation content. Basically, what it is, it's whether they can get somebody to answer me to answer the phone and think I'm like the same thing with No Life Mike. Remember, I had a conversation with him too, Fusion.
Oh boy, we're gonna pick this shit right here.
And he was trying to, be all cool and whatnot. And then I just happened to get on the computer, and guess what? He was fucking live and was broadcasting the call and sitting there laughing, keying while muted and stuff. Like
keying.
But when Fusion comes, oh, I shouldn't have expected. Like, this is what I'm saying, y'all. Like, and so now you're saying also that the first deal was legitimate when. Why in the old days, older days, did you say
right here,
you've gotten me buddy trolled 3 times now?
Oh, look,
Coming to your panel thinking that basically saying that there was never going to be
shit.
any
Come on, give me the angle to
peace,
the dangle.
like that you were playing off the illusion
Where's the
and
angle?
the
Come on,
desperation.
man.
I remember the word of no one wanting to talk about him or making him into content. Well, that was never going to
Come here, boy.
stop or anything.
Come here, boy.
I just wanted to, and then basically you figure it out that they just want to be like, I just want to, we're just going to see, I guess, can he move on? And they've been surprised, like, oh yeah, he is learning to move on and stuff. And so what happened then?
I love that. Square's
They
his
got
own
people like
psychiatrist.
Squirrel and different. I mean, like Fusion sometimes would make calls repeatedly and stuff, but not so much because you got to remember Fusion lives in my state.
My boy's barking.
He can't do that much offline harassment of me.
Oh, fuck you, Cougar.
Without
Get off my dog.
without pushing it. So that's when all the alt accounts and then the accounts coming in supposedly posing as new, different YouTubers, which were nothing more than recycled people blocked.
You alright?
And there that came that era. And it's just been one small era. When I say an era here and there, and I'm talking about a period of just a few months, and then the next.
You said fuck Mr. Fusion's deal and fuck him, and then that was it.
Because of after everything you had done, basically, and
so let's.
And I wasn't going to fucking be. I didn't want to be played. And I can't remember exactly. So he says that I just said fuck it, and I didn't even attempt. But I know for a fact I went over there and did make a sincere effort. And it was always
Lamb
labeled
of
as buddy
God
troll.
Church in Holland Valley.
And there was no peace. So for him to sit here and try to say, well, the very first one, it wasn't immediately so you're telling me you didn't do anything after, you didn't come over there and say Fusion's over here and da da da. I mean, you're telling me you didn't in no way push to see if maybe I just immediately said, fuck it, whatever. Well, probably because by then the thing with ICE and everything had happened. So I probably felt like, he done me way too much for someone that's not even from real life to even entertain this. That's probably the thinking behind it.
We've had
that I had at the time.
We've had some talks here and there.
Not really.
We've gone back and forth. You've accused me of shit, but I never actually.
You can say we've gone back and forth, but and maybe in the first year's stuff, but by now, Mr. Fusion, you know that I have moved on.
I like how he calls him Mr. Fusion.
None of your Squitler files. I ever tuned in for.
Not available.
I've heard people talking about them, bringing them up, using them against Paula and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, and I bet everyone thinks every single one of those I rewatch. So, no, I don't. I don't
think it'll let us pick that mission.
I don't want to be reminded that I was ignorant of how easily ignorant, manipulated I was at one time by all the trolls and accounts and this shit, and being in a new environment, completely without any I just didn't ever think or could see things turning into what they did. And
Falls End. What if I gotta do that one first?
And especially after being online as long as I have. I mean, I'm not old, but fuck, I've been on here since not long after the dawn of the internet, and other than the hackers one time, I mean, these aren't the first people I've ever interacted with online. You guys aren't. I got literal people I met back in the day through the gaming that we stay. Well, we don't really stay connected, but we used to younger, and I could go on his Facebook, or I can go on Facebook right now and send dude a message. Dude has his actual pilot's license. Like, I envy him. That's how we connected. He's into flight
Oh,
simulator.
sounds like
Family
some
was in flying. You know, he was
sounds like
gonna
some
be a
gay
pilot.
activities in the friendly skies.
It's a cool dude.
I bet he is.
And you know, I think, and he was really, you know, had not been for him, I don't know. I mean, but he was like
Quarter
that
the
guy that when
station.
people, because there were times where people tried to get over on me online, and he was like, "No, no, no, you guys, come on. That's, I mean, y'all know his length, how long he's been in here. Like, you know, that's not, you know." He's like, "Why don't you try that shit?" But you know, I mean, he's the type that would have stood up to a bully, not because I asked him to or went to him and crying or
Uh-oh.
anything like I don't know what to do, but just in the moment as he saw it happening, you know. You know, so yeah,
I hear
I
an
this
animal.
whole experience and going through YouTube, you know,
Oh
like
shit!
this,
What are you
it
barking at,
has
boy?
been
Oh
very,
god!
very shocking to me from my experience growing up with the internet and everything. Like, that it's evolved, changed, and not so much for the better, I guess. And that's why I played that documentary today. And why did I do? I mean, if you think back to gotcha, or not, sorry, you think back to yourself, or just think about your own life. Everybody cares about their own life. But you care about your loved one's life too and stuff. Is my life still not as valuable? You think that just because what I'm 31 years old and I'm struggling to get out fully onto my own.
Huh. Fully on your
And
own.
so, what do you think? Because of that, I'm
Yes.
open to fucking, you know, hate and ridicule. And do you really think those are the best things that I need to be fed a diet of and social hate and stuff? Because what
Can't
that will
take the heat.
do
Get your
is that will
ass out the
somehow
kitchen.
propel me to magically
Oh
overcome
no!
the
Hell's
real world
bells.
obstacles I've got in front of me.
Welcome to the bliss.
I mean, all these people said, like, I tried to help you navigate this, tried to help you navigate
Damn, I'm
that.
on that
You
shit
did.
again.
Like, you really did, huh, Fusion?
Little
So,
new buck's back on the pipe.
when did you tell me, like, be best to go back to a viewer
Back on that
and not
pipe.
get on here? Because the whole he's going to be something special thing, y'all knew that because you've said it out your own mouth. I'm way too open. You know, like, I say and am just, and you know what it is? I'm frank, I'm blunt, I'm open to the point of not realizing I'm in a space where every little thing is going to be taken apart, and if it can be possibly used to trick me, uh, virtue other people to hate me, anything to cause an influence or a reaction, these people would do. Only after they got me and gave me a taste of, now you're on the internet like these people, now you're being humiliated, ha ha. Now, like, what you gonna do now? And then I'm like, oh, this is messed up, da da da. Well,
Hang on a second, guys.
you probably should leave, you know, like, oh, leave, yeah. I'm gonna leave and you guys will keep this up and yeah, just leave, you know. Like, just put it down. Don't be on YouTube anymore and leave. Well, why can't I look into stuff I want to do and try to grow a content? Why can't you guys that are actually on here for, you know, trying to see who can trick each other the best and have the best channel to document and show that and play it back over. Why can't y'all just do that and just leave me alone? No, you just need to leave. You know, like, we're influencing this place. Like, I mean, that's the arrogance you come off with. You should just leave, you know. Forget that you've been using this website since you were a minor, and, you know, you're attached to it in ways that we're not even going to acknowledge, you know, mentally and with growing up and your creators and type of video. Like, we're not going to acknowledge all that stuff and how it's basically integral into your life and all of ours. And before people say it's not, da 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 da, well, just as much as I'm connected and see notifications, I see other people are too. I mean, I see people comment on stuff just as soon as it's fucking posted. All the time. And they're trolls and people that have said, you know, you let YouTube be too much and let it get to you, and they may are either conveniently in good with these troll people, or they're just not doxxed, or they're just not a problem. Like, they actually feed them money, likes, engagement, and tell them, you know, y'all did a good job, and they're just not targeted. But every now and then we've seen that someone new can be targeted, but we've not seen each time that person taken to the level of others have been to. Other than Bambi trying to call the coroner on Jules, which she did after hearing and seeing about it done to me, and keep in mind, I still didn't even know this person existed at this time or was on their page until Jules told me. I mean, the fact that she couldn't get away with that, didn't know what to say, but somehow Filthy was able to down here, it tells you everything about it. That, you know, like, I don't know too many people that have had the coroner else, or had their power cut off. Or, I mean, swatting, sure, welfare calls, sure, food delivery, sure. I guess you could say that has happened to others, but it's still not the commonality. It's not supposed to happen. Like,
man, why do I have to be high again? Nah, that's.
I just can't believe what I'm hearing. I'm just hearing a bunch of, well, you know, early on when we were setting our trap, we tried to make a superficial deal with you, and you said fuck that, probably because it was just right after you literally pulling a band-aid off a wound type shit, or pouring salt in the wound, and then you telling me to ignore, forget about it all, and just go on. But, and he's saying a lot, I tried to help you navigate stuff, but he's not giving examples. He's not saying, you know, I told you if this happens, you should do that, or that. He's not saying any of that.
Yeah, I'll play Fortnite, Jamie.
Those facts.
Did.
You want to play?
You just had your
There's
whole
David
idea
Koresh.
about all this is like really skewed and flawed.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to talk to you.
Old David Koresh.
And see if we can work something out here.
I'm actually
honestly,
I'm purposely not looking at
my last couple of lives. I mean, I've been bored.
Just so you know, I'm not looking at comments.
A couple of weeks.
Sorry.
I've really been doing much.
I'll come to look in just a second.
And I think it's time for a change in some ways.
You're right, Mr. Pitbulls.
I told him to drop it. You told me it was in your best interest just to take this deal and move on to something else. And while I want to believe that
that's what this is based off of, Jamie.
That was true. He
the Branch Davidians.
I mean, he never. Unfortunately, Square never takes anybody's advice.
Wait, I thought what was true?
Warm up the fizzy bubble.
Say it again.
You told me it was in your best interest just to take this deal and move on.
What's the deal? Like, do y'all see the lack of details? Y'all see how general this is? Like,
You saw the black.
I know I'm not the only one noticing this shit.
You see the faggotry.
And while I want to believe that
They're speaking in such generalities and stuff, not because that they've got people sniping them and they got to make sure their story's right. It's because in case I react or review it or did come over here, and somebody that doesn't know anything about this and sees this, they're gonna think, wow, like, you know, they're gonna automatically, from the size of his followers, his channel and everything,
Yeah, Jamie, this is
you know what they're gonna
I can't
assume
get away from
and
this
think.
cutscene. I gotta wait for it to play through.
And him not going into any specifics or anything allows you not to be able to question, well, maybe it wasn't sincere, or maybe it wasn't right. Maybe you didn't know what you were doing. Did you ever think of that, Fusion? Maybe you didn't know how to help.
White flower.
But I'm just being entertaining by saying that stuff. Like, he knew that
get me out
they
of here.
were trying to set it up for, like, you know, we done embarrassed him so much. Now let's see if he'll do the obvious thing we are assuming he won't, which is just, you know, be the bigger person and drop it. And at that point, all I'm doing is talking about stuff I've been through. This is the crucial thing. Fusion, you didn't get doxxed.
Oh God, Square.
When this first Tom and everything, like, I didn't dox you. I didn't call and harass you or your family or nothing. So you tell me how crazy. I mean, how can you not see how this looks? It looks wild. Like,
Wild, reckless, faggotry.
so because I wouldn't drop talking about something,
Gay.
you're going to take the initiative. Well, then you want to keep it going, and you want us, or you want to keep, you want us to keep messing with you, which you're clearly complaining about.
Back at the prison.
But we just want you to shut the fuck up about it and stop complaining about how dirty we were about it. Oh, he won't do that? Well, we'll get even dirtier. We'll do more shit. We'll not ignore him and make him look like the dumbass. And say, oh, look, here, 6 months later, haven't covered this guy, and he's still talking about us. No, you didn't do that. Wow.
he sincerely thought that was true, he never took the advice. I mean, he never.
Wow.
Unfortunately, Square
Never took the advice. Yeah. What was the advice, though? Oh, not have your freedom of expression. And that's all these people want to bitch about is, oh, I'm trying to take their freedom of expression. Oh, I don't care about free speech. Oh, this and that. Because I fucking tell you, I don't want you in my chat calling my mother a dead whore or anything else. Oh, but I got the free speech to be able to do it. Doesn't mean you fucking should.
Takes anybody's advice.
Doesn't mean you have to.
You know, it's always he thinks everything is a gotcha moment.
The night is young, Rusty. The night is young.
Slight him.
That's because in the first year, when I didn't know about that, you made it that. And then you tried to say, oh, it won't be like that again. It won't be like, oh, then you did it again. And then you're finally like, all right, look, we'll make a deal. You drive it, we'll be done. And then I'm supposed to have been like, oh, yeah, I can totally trust you. Sure, okay. You done humiliated me and called me a liar and things I know I wouldn't, and had me call someone's PO for something that wasn't even going on.
PO?
Yeah, you're right. I'll just drop it. You know, I'm sorry, because if I genuinely could have, and he's telling me that no one else would have came around or tried to pick up where he left off, let's say that even he just stopped. It doesn't mean that Filthy wouldn't have come along or done nothing still yet. And he didn't go, like, he didn't also say, and Square, I promise you this, like, I'll ask, But for sure, on my part, I'll take my stuff down. You know, like it'll be like it never happened or whatever. You know, and he didn't even offer that, and I didn't ask him to do it either.
No
But it's the
update.
point that he didn't even offer, and he was very keenly aware from Creek and Cammy, those two women, that I had, because I admitted to them in private, I would be completely fucking lost, and I wouldn't know what to do if shit like what's going on with Johnny and Durkee happened to me. And you fucking knew that shit.
In some way, you know, and that's not always true because
And then you're trying to sit right here and say, "Oh, well,
anytime
I
he's
gave you a
gotten in
generic fucking you know, I gave you a generic advice to a complex situation, and whether you believe it or not, I don't know, but you just didn't take it, and you thought it was just another gotcha moment. Oh, just because the first two were like, dude, I don't know if you really thought it was a good idea doing this and how letting me react to it, whatever."
situations where, you know, he was teamed up with Gene or somebody else, or
I didn't come
you
till
know,
way
thinking
later.
a certain way. We came out and told him the truth that, you know, hey, these people are trolling you. You know,
Oh yeah, that time after you done called my parents and everything. Now I'm supposed to believe you about what other people that I see you doing stuff to and are arguing with. I'm supposed to automatically believe that they got an issue for real with you, but they have no intention of helping me, and they were actually working against me. Like, how was I supposed to know that too? And be able to, like, they literally are saying, you know, you're here, and these people all got at least 1, 2 moves ahead of you. And every now and then there's this bigger one that's 3 steps ahead of all that. It's your fault though that you wasn't 5 steps ahead or 4 steps ahead. You know,
they're doing
it's
this,
my
they're
fault.
doing that. He never believed us, and then when it finally comes true that these people are doing shit to him, he gets pissed and upset, and you know, it's like
And
you were told. We tried telling you, but you never want to listen to us. Like
all by the same
we,
people that have already messed with me.
in a weird, fucked up way,
Gotcha.
we have your best interest at heart, Square. Like we don't. We want you to be on here,
Wow.
you know, and
Oh,
I
I know.
think that me and you teaming up together, I can teach you some things. I can teach you the
All right,
troll
Jim.
game and how to troll properly,
No,
and get a
I
bigger
wouldn't be interested in that.
Oh man,
result
they
out of what you're trying
re-released
to do.
the good. Oh
I mean,
I'm
if
man,
you
not
really
trying
want
to
to
do
navigate the
anything.
YouTube streets and do this and go after
No.
people, you
Yeah.
know, you need a mentor. And I think I look at you as like a little brother, Square. I really do. I think you're a lost puppy that needs a home, and I
shit.
think I could help you. I mean, but you just got to hit the link because you just never know. I mean, what is the worst that could
Oh yeah,
happen,
you just never
Square?
know. Oh, it's
You
another
come up
gotcha
on a
moment.
panel, you don't like what you hear, and you leave.
I've
There's
already done
no
that
harm,
though,
no foul here. I mean,
too many times before.
it's a win-win for both me and for you. We get a chance to talk, and if you don't like what you hear, at least you got to say your side of it, and you leave. You know, there's no downside here. There's no downside.
No downside at all.
I
Besides,
mean,
How
honestly,
what
big
a
is your
fucking
update, Jamie?
idiot.
think about it.
He still
When have
ain't
I ever
learned to
just
just
come out and
log off.
just totally just went hardcore at you?
So if I
And
came up,
we have
what?
different style to each other. You know, if he gets on
Heard
a
you.
panel, he can only go so long before, you know, filthy is filthy. Me, on the other hand, I'm more calculated, and you know, I don't want to say I can
Makes you
take
more
more.
dangerous.
I can I can tolerate shit a little bit more than you
Stranger
can
danger.
in some ways. But you know, we're all different. We all have our levels of, you know, what we can tolerate and what we can't. So
Oh, but fuck Square's level. You
come
know,
on, Square, wake up and hit the link. It ain't gonna hurt you. I
bro, I
swear to
cannot
God,
believe he
it
got
ain't gonna
that
hurt
leg
you.
up and hit the rank. But then he's
Let me
saying
see something.
though, if I let this stream go too long and I don't cut it off and I start yawning, it'll be he's mad.
Well, what else would you call it? All right, that's cool. That's cool, Jamie. I'll make myself a little steak
That's a good way to
fajitas.
look at it, Mama Payday. That is a very good way to look at it. Yin and yang. We have two different styles, and I think that's why we complement each other so well. Is we both have our own way of doing things. I wouldn't want to be just like Filthy, and I'm sure Filthy wouldn't want to be like me. And that's what makes.
I'll be right back, chat.
Why do you obey him and like I haven't seen you always, and I'm sure you've been watching, but I didn't see you over there participating. Like some people in the group do that are very adamant they're not going to be controlled. Yeah, it's an honest question. Why have you not like Paula? Do you not support Paula?
Come on.
He's recording Paula.
Hey, bud. You gonna come over and hit the link? Come over and hit the link. I swear to God, it's just gonna be me and you. I swear to God. No tricks. No bullshit. Sir? Square. I can hear you.
Yeah, I know.
Hello.
I had to pause it after this. And
what is going on? I don't understand. Hello?
they believed I was asleep. Which was the whole point. That's why I keep moving. And I'm just not talking. And I have documented plenty of times of you not to call me. So I recorded all of this.
Look, I'm trying to get past some shit here, man. Like seriously. Just come over and talk with me. It ain't gonna hurt anything. Like seriously. Again, what's the worst that could happen if we talk?
Like I almost was like,
I mean, nobody else is gonna come up. Oh. Yeah. Shout out to anybody that listens to this recording. I'm trying to be nice here and settle things with Mr. Square. I don't know what's going on right now. No. What are you doing? Do you even know that your phone is on?
I would have assumed that he would have came to that a lot sooner. Like thinking that I must have answered and not, but I knew it was on. You think I don't know when my phone's on?
Square.
You can clearly hear him doing shit.
I got the microphone muted. Hello? I don't know what he's doing.
then at the certain point, just muted and stay. And I'm like, trying to see if they can fucking do anything, or because they don't.
Are you asleep or? and laying on your head, your earbud? What is happening right now? Shout out to the Hayti PD. I love what you guys do down there in Hayti. Did Brownie answer the phone? Hey, Brownie. Hey, Brownie. Hey. Here, Brownie. I got a peanut butter bone. Square. Come on. Be an adult and come over and hit the link and let's talk for a bit. Like, I haven't been mean here on the phone so far. What makes you think I'm going to do it on panel? Come on. Hello? Did somebody steal your phone? Am I being punked right now? I'm waiting for Ashton Kutcher to, like, jump out.
I love how
Gotcha.
everybody knows that I'm live. Everybody knows when I'm watching. They know this, they know that. But when this happened, it wasn't at all calculated or done. It was completely open line of being asleep for 10 minutes. That what this was streamed, what, maybe 4 or 5 hours ago? Which, I mean, it's not like I'm sleeping at fucking noon if I was sleeping.
I mean,
But
you
no,
had to have answered the phone.
y'all said I was watching. Maybe I was watching.
Yeah. Yeah, this is real life. Well, I don't.
Or maybe I was just sitting here like, you know, this is somebody, or maybe I was, are you ready? Because you're in my state and you're doing this shit. And now you fucking have put it up on live and you think it's no problem. Well, I've got all of this down. I've got my laptop being recorded, the screen, all of it.
Go over and hit the link, buddy. Let's be friends.
I'm going to be getting an EPO on you, Fusion, or at least attempting to, I'll put it that way.
No, I just want to be friends.
Because I know they're technically not, you know, basically treated the same way as if you're in a relationship with someone, like and you're the woman. But this is just obsessive.
Where? Quit ignoring me.
I punked y'all and said I hadn't seen any of this yet. I mean, you've been punked a couple times already, Fusion. And you think I'm just lying to saying it or whatever. You know, like, you think I'd have a problem with me?
Even though you got whatever covered
Oh,
up.
my God. They got my phone on me answering it. Probably
I don't
meaning
even
to
know what the purpose
ignore
of
it.
like not saying anything.
And I'm asleep.
It is. I mean, if you take it to Hayti,
Or I'm
what are
fucking
you gonna
awake.
tell 'em? I called.
And
was
I'm just
nice
wondering,
to you.
how long is this guy going to go on?
Just talk to me. It ain't gonna hurt.
Oh,
I'm not here for harm.
so if it's not
Like,
for,
now
if you're
that
saying
you
it's not for
can,
harm and stuff,
now that you
and
can talk about
but what
camping,
if
I'd like
here?
to
Let me
get
mute
your
this.
opinions on some of the shit that happened back then because
Yeah, I
we've
go
never
ahead.
had a
Yeah,
conversation
yeah.
about all that.
Never
Because you
had
were
an
never
actual
allowed to talk about
conversation.
it. I mean, I think that'd actually be kind of cool because there was some fucked up shit that happened, and I'd really like to get your thoughts on it.
I knew right then. I'm like, he's trying. He was really trying to play on the fucking. You know, you were silenced for so long, and we kept saying her name, but we wouldn't say what happened. So now, do you want to talk about it on my bigger
Look,
platform?
I called him on
Just
my real phone number too, so he
desperate.
better not dox me.
Oh, that was your real phone number, Fusion? Don't worry, I wouldn't dox it.
I'm not even sure. I don't know if he's like cleaning his room or what. Squire, what do you do now, Squire? What do you do now? Remember that? Remember when Johnny did that? I don't know who the fuck Dabs is.
Just
but I'm
refilled my
not
lighter
fucking
right there.
Dabs. Remember that?
You could hear the click, click. Yeah. Listen, just
Look,
listen.
we've had so many funny moments, Square. So many funny moments. Like, let's reminisce a little bit. Why can't we be like the old days when we used to hang out on panel? I mean, what have I actually really done to you? Nothing. I talk some shit.
Oh my god.
Oh. Come on. Yeah, Filthy would like to know how many fingers you think Cammy could take strictly for educational purposes only. I'd be kind of interested in that too, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, so then I could answer that, and then you could actually go to it and be like, hey, how much can we pay you to refile this?
Friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
Because it's freedom of association, dumbass. And you don't want to be my friend. Fucking quit the act.
I'm back. He hadn't nodded yet, huh?
Still the animal calls upon you. Step a cane inside your dog. So take another toe. Stick a straw up your nose. One more snort, fool might drown you.
Come
up here.
They
Come
just
milk
don't
these,
get it.
milk these motherfuckers, milk them.
We
Thank
need
you,
to
Adam.
I'm so confused at what's happening right now. He must not have his earbud in. He can't.
And because I stream sitting on my bed, I must be in bed.
What are you doing?
God, fucking people, think about it.
Hello.
Haven't you fucking this whole time?
Uh-oh.
Wow. Wow, dude.
Square. Okay, I've got the mic muted. I mean, what if he? I mean, so what? What if he is recording me? It's not like I'm sitting here like saying anything bad. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Square. Like, I almost think he had like his earbud is out of his ear and he doesn't know that he picked up the phone. It's got to be something. It's fucking weird. We've been on the phone for 11 minutes and he hasn't said a word.
Now y'all heard me say wait for it, and you just heard, yeah, okay. So that's the that was the sign.
Get on the
So now you either believe truth or you just deny.
Adults. I don't know why you're so scared to hit my panel, but you'll hit other people's panel. It's not, I mean, it's not like I can do anything to you over the internet.
Oh yeah, you
Like, it's
can.
just words. And if you don't like what I got to say, you can always leave.
He'd be like, "Oh, he was over here engaging." Like, I mean,
Square. Like, it makes me want to do weird things when people reject me. So please don't reject me, Square. Are you asleep?
What up, Jamie?
Yo, what's going on, man?
Wake up, Mr. Fusion.
Hey, give me about 3 minutes, all right?
you clearly just heard.
Sasquatch is outside your door. Run!
I don't know. No, I'm gonna stick to it.
Look out, Coy! Run! There's
It
Seth.
amounts to nothing, but to me it amounts to a point, and I know it's gonna go.
Come on,
well. People say
Square.
it's
There's a
gonna
Happy
go
Meal in it for you. An apple fritter. I wish Filthy would send me one of them apple fritters.
Thinking of sweets right now.
There is a clear disconnect somewhere.
It makes me actually the opposite of hungry. Makes me kind of feel sick. I'm in that part of the fucking year where like I'm not big on the sweets, except like other than the brownies, and I haven't been eating those.
Wake up, Mr. Fusion's live. Go hit his link.
And I prefer to like way too much fucking
Wake up,
cinnamon. Not like I just don't like the taste of that.
Wake up, Square. Mr. Fusion's
Really, I would fast forward through this, but
time to rise and shine.
then they'll say something.
Wakey,
And
bakes and bakey.
yeah, if something hasn't been made clear by this point, I don't know what to tell you.
How long are we gonna play this game? Come on, buddy. Come hit the link. I'm just gonna have to start asking questions and fill in my own answers while we're on the phone and he'll come over here. Just say something. Say squeak. Give me a squeak. Can you give me a green light or a red light? Are we playing like hot or cold? Am I hot or am I cold right now?
Called me. He just called.
Yeah, buddy.
Just
I
now.
mean, that's a big possibility, buddy, that he's just sitting there twirling around a ceiling fan right now. I mean, it is. He might be OD in. We might be hearing the death of Square right now. Like, I really think he's asleep and, like, struggling. It's crazy. Hello? Maybe. Oh, he hung up. He finally fucking hung up. Jesus Christ. Square, come hit this motherfucking link. Should I call
I'm glad you got a
Google
lot of
search?
enjoyment out of that. Because I didn't. But
Square,
at that
if you're
point,
alive and waking, call back.
yeah, no.
Or
I
come
wasn't
on
just
down.
alive and waking. Of course not,
Nothing's gonna
guys. I was asleep, miraculously came on. Then I said something. Then I muted my fucking.
Can't get it. Probably. That was crazy. That was almost 20 minutes of me just talking to a phone.
Was this Fusion's live tonight?
He made another boo-boo.
Like
I mean,
tonight or
yeah, that's
last night, I
true.
guess?
He did.
Monday night.
Look, the link is pinned if anybody wants to come up on the panel.
I got real fucking
I'm gonna
mad
smoke
and
this cigarette,
thought,
then I'm gonna...
thought I should just post or go live real quick, or then, but then I was like, no, post something like idiot, just that one word, no. And so finally I just said, I'll just wait until I'm ready, I'll go live a little later. And I'll tell you
The
here.
notification bot in Discord is broke. It came back for one notification, then it went down again. You haven't seen it? Let me bring it up real quick.
JM's bots, bro?
You might need a welfare check. I mean, that's possible.
I saw some today.
I might need a welfare check. And him saying that's possible. Yeah. I cannot tell you guys, like, when I said social experiment, I wasn't kidding. I was wanting to do an endurance test. So I actually fucking, not keep myself from, and I fucked up, as you did here. I fucked up.
An endurance test?
But, I've been talking and explaining myself over and over and over, and it's always what I'm being told by, like, for example, her, and her now, that I don't need to.
Comments.
And I made the Here's Why live, and I cut it off abruptly because I'm like, I can never end this. I'll never be able to end this and explain it completely. But I've explained it enough.
Yo, what up, Naughty?
But if you just don't get it, you don't. And if you do, you
I have
do.
to be secretive. I have to be.
How you been, brother?
Getting text messages.
You know, like when I mean secretive, I have to mean I have to respect my privacy, like a person that is followed wrong by a paparazzi of sort that want to think of themselves as that sort of.
We don't think of ourselves as
Online.
paparazzis. Quit.
When I decide to do something,
Does like the paparazzi always try to catch a celebrity at moment or something or what have you, or in scandal? And I mean, and that's exactly what you guys try and hope to do, and you end up basically having to flip everything to make it sound worse than it actually is, or different, or completely not true at all.
Live, change the title, and not go live at all.
All right, Jamie, you there?
Because I do.
Sorry, brother.
Yeah, I'm here. You good, bro?
A little process where I.
It sounded like Martha Speaks.
Nah.
A lot of this stuff.
Martha is. Matter of fact, I was.
Mic issues and everything.
I'll tell more people now that there's a few more people here.
Chrissy said it ran together a lot of it. And that's just because it's so.
Leg Day called me tonight.
It encompasses a lot of people. Variables.
Shout out Leg Day.
Like the peer pressure
tomorrow morning.
And I get off track.
He's got to go turn himself
when I'm
in.
Going on something like this.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't.
What?
I wasn't keeping up with her lives, which I
Martin
guess
has some kind of.
For me because.
I don't know.
So taken back,
somehow he was able to file some sort of charges.
Now I want to go back almost and see what was said immediately.
And he'll know.
And then what was said the next.
I guess he'll know more tomorrow.
In detail.
Yo, free little Leg Day,
man. I talked to him.
And it'd be a deterioration.
Okay, you know,
I talked to him just before we went live.
Giving a little credit. Then I guess I was a little. Well, he was controlling. Oh yeah, you know, like fuck bullshit, you know, and it just progressed more to where today she's like wasn't fucking mean enough, like.
In her comments or indirectly other places where they know she'd be watching.
You saying Martha Speaks did that?
Yeah.
There's some calculated mofos.
Damn.
So Leg Day
it's
said
not even like that.
He'd know more tomorrow.
They got more calculation.
Whatsoever.
That's such bullshit.
Yo, Martha trying to preach the word, don't even know the word, trying to preach the word.
Speak and you could.
That shit about to come back and bite him in the ass.
Like you are in your glee celebrating your shit. Fucking be there. Fucking call it.
Just ready up when you're ready,
and
bro.
Just because you're disconnected.
I thought I was ready to.
Sometimes it'll unready you.
Yeah, you could. But I don't think she's ever done that. I don't think she has went offline.
I don't think she ever made any calls to the cops. I'll find out soon.
With the fact of her doing that.
I mean, like, I don't think she sent food. I know she's on live with Sam.
Honest about you, Miss Paula. I think that you, for people
when he showed up,
that are older than me, supposed professionals.
It still brings me joy hearing that man cry on video. I can just close my eyes and hear it.
Your position, status, life, and
Martha Speaks, of course.
Social, you know, when you're regular age.
Oh, the more gangster he gets,
I think you should have a lot more maturity.
The more he cries.
Exhibited numerous of things. Regardless, I did mean my apologies, and I hope you did accept them for real. If not, you know, be sure to let everybody know. You know, because attention, right? But I'm the only one on here for attention. I'm just, at this point, I use this just as a medium to fucking express, you know, and I don't have a regular, like, audience.
Where are we going, homie?
You show me,
A
Brian.
couple
Please.
of you.
Shit in a
Thank
minute.
you.
Do
My
what?
whole map's not even.
Treats
You tell
everybody
me
and
I
it's
ain't played this shit in a
nice
minute, man.
and
I
human.
neither have I,
Then
dude.
I see them immediately.
I don't even know where to mark, how to mark.
Fuck yeah, fuck this.
So just mark
Right
something and
there.
we'll go there. All right.
I don't even know. I think that's my
Bag
mark
it.
here.
Fucking kill
That's
yourself.
why.
No pew for juju. Shit like that.
Get the 20 signs or get close to get all.
Damn, I broke up there. See, that's what makes things hard to understand.
You're way too much
My fault. You forget them coughs, man.
into my desire.
Them bong grips will get you, homie.
Yeah, that's that wax, brother.
Oh yeah. The wax does it, huh?
Just fine. With one hit, you know what I'm saying? Take you to Pluto.
Yeah, that shit's too strong for me, man.
Right?
Good God. Now, see, now I see what y'all mean with the mic.
Despite all the stuff, you know, that she did to, that you might can argue.
I don't know why I picked up this pump
There's a lot of stuff
shoddy.
that you could argue. I guarantee. I know that points towards like someone loyal and.
I wonder if these dual Uzis are worth a shit.
Anybody know what's happening?
I just tried using them.
I'm talking about Paula.
Everybody know what's happening right now?
Talking about how she was loyal to y'all and how
Hey,
you
I'm
had
down. I took fall
criticisms
damage. If you can come grab me.
At least I'm giving.
I didn't know how far down it was.
With everything.
At least you honest.
Built on them and all that from what I've seen, observed.
That's what got cut out.
Like I got sniped from across the map.
And that's kind of what I was, I guess, seeing if she would give me. And it seemed like she was leaning towards almost wanting to do that the first day and started.
Thank you, homie.
Yeah.
That's just that adult YouTube freaking mob peer pressure kicked in. Alright, that's all on this topic. I don't know what else I'm gonna do for right now, but I'm just not gonna sit on the computer and blabber. So, y'all have a good one. Make sure to check out freaking Ewoo. They've had some cool stuff that's come out. As well
Oh, dude, these Uzis look dope.
oh.
These little dual Uzis look dope as shit, dude.
I'm gonna actually hurry up and get through this because I hope it's not too much more.
You still got Call of Duty?
The old one. I don't.
I'm gonna eat on
MW3.
Excuse me, but I need to wait.
Yeah, I'm not buying the new one.
Right.
I don't think. Of course, I say that.
Oh, Black Ops 6 you're talking about?
Yeah.
No, you gonna
About
buy
20
it.
minutes.
I probably will. We do every year. I always say I'm not gonna do it, and then you end up buying it. You know how it is.
And Black Ops 6, the pre-order was lit. You got to play the game early.
Oh, the whole, yeah, the early,
Early access.
yeah, it was good.
It was good. Omni is something completely different nobody's ever seen before. You can sprint backwards, you can sprint to the left, you can sprint to the right, you can dive backwards, you can dive across to the right, you can dive across to the left. It's so much. You got to take it's so much that you have to take a training course to understand this new omnipresent movement.
No shit.
Yeah, but it is fire.
How is the movement?
What happened to Brownie right there?
It's called omnipresent movement.
No, I'm saying like how is it? Like, do you like the?
Oh yeah. Everybody that played it fucks with it heavy.
Okay.
No, I didn't
Well,
step
that's
on
cool.
him. What the fuck?
Check out who? Buttery Mama.
It's something complete. Like I said, it's something
I
completely
just got
fucking
fucking
different.
very
Sorry, I was
scared.
cussed.
Brand new, huh?
Yeah, brand new.
I
Something
don't know
nobody's
who
seen
that
before.
is or whatever. It's weird though that when I type that in, that account has been tagged in so many videos that involve me. Or whatever. It's weird.
All right, we got.
Listen, I'll tell y'all exactly. I'll explain. And I knew I was gonna have to get to this. And I knew he's probably gonna say, I'm surprised you just said that.
Davis says.
Like, I'm looking to see if,
Davis. Damn, Brownie?
You come to me, we can full health.
My butters.
Hey,
Brownie?
You got a campfire?
I got somebody on me.
Shit, alright.
Damn, Brownie?
Oh shit.
Doc
fucking
one.
chair. This chair, listen. I don't know if you can hear it. Not really. Anyways, you know how I've told you guys about the broom situation he's with?
On me, pulling up.
Well,
He's running.
he was sitting over there looking opposite,
Whoa, but.
Oh,
and this chair just all of a sudden,
I got that move.
from my movement,
Oh shit,
the
I'm an
chair
idiot.
goes
This is
over
a fucking
towards him,
campfire. Fucking, I'm an idiot, dude.
and it just, you know, bumped. And I mean, that's how sensitive
Wasted
he
that
is.
shit, dude.
Like, I remember when we picked up the broom.
Ooh, what is that?
I did one day, and I was just going. Shh. Next thing you know, he came around and went,
you alright?
you know, like, and when he done that today, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, that freaking really concerned the shit out of me. I'm like, what is he scared of? Like, why would he do? Like, I mean, you know, so when y'all want to shit on him and say he's not a real service dog, there were doubts from my trainer. Almost wondered. He's like, you know,
Storm, dude.
he's an obvious dog that's been through trauma. And when I'm around certain, I mean, he clings to me like a lot of people he'll be social with, or social usually with, but like certain folks, I mean, he just fucking.
What, he gave me my Rocket League skin?
He just the other day, he literally sat on the bed, and there was somebody sitting right there. And what I'm not telling y'all, the fact is that there was somebody sitting there.
You want to try?
Yeah, I'll do.
You know, I lied. Okay, there's somebody sitting there, and that's why I muted, because you wasn't gonna, you're not gonna hear, you know, who I have as company. But they basically scared the shit out of me.
I need a close range SMG.
And you might be wondering why you're here and talking and stuff. They don't know too much other than it's a bunch of stuff on social media and stuff.
There we go.
They're older, like, you know.
Stark Industries rifle. Oh, there's people over here on me.
They have social media. They don't really care. You know,
I'm not gonna engage. There's a lot of people pulling up there.
Okay.
I'm just gonna make my way in the
I mean,
Storm.
here's something else I didn't really want to address. Y'all have fucking now
Yo, is this
because
a portal? What's going on here?
somebody, and I don't know who.
Shite.
Is that dope?
And I talked with someone about it, and they said, you know, it might not even be working. You know, like, you've got a lot of issues right now, and I'm like, yeah, you're right, more than usual, that's for sure.
They're fighting over there, and they're fighting
All these people that wanted to use me, like, they wanted to use me for the views and stuff.
Make your way through,
If they could control me, or if I was useful for a certain point, because I'm telling y'all, Bambi dropped me just as soon as after she realized she was not going to be able to get a deal where she got that $450.
I'm gonna shockwave. Ready?
Like, I mean, I wouldn't if honestly, if she had said it was THCA and stuff, that would still would have been too much to spend at one time. I would not have spent that much. And when she requested and came up with that number and the length of time it took, I knew I didn't know for sure, but it scared me enough to think, what if, you know, maybe she's fucking trying to see if,
right in front of
you know,
watching over.
She can get money out of me and rob me and then claim that I'm lying and made it all up for attention, and they were right. That's exactly what I was thinking and worried that she's going to do. Because, you know, like, But then my more, I guess, mature mind thought, well, maybe she holds something against me from back when Jules came over and she's trying to fucking set me up. So I really didn't know. Still don't. But yeah. My friend did say, though, that I shouldn't give a shit about
What the hell?
any.
Shield bubble.
I mean, like, you know, I mean,
See that
because they
thing on your
talked
back?
about
That shit
what
is too
people
funny.
had thought and said a lot of times about them
Yep.
locally, and I was like,
Oh, you
I know it. I was like, it's just so much different though in this sense. I guess maybe it's because my mind is hyper aware and I think of, but just being the fact that it's online and they try to get it out to any and you know and have come real life and come to town. They wouldn't. They wouldn't. They said that that was exactly the reason why they stopped using Facebook. I was like, I didn't have any problems with Facebook. And they're like, yeah, well, that's why I stopped using it. Like, I never even have had them added. I had them added. We used to game, and he
We going for the
Justin,
win.
2 grades above me, but his uncle is not doing too good, and yeah, so he's got his own stuff going on, completely, really unrelatable to mine. So I can't. But yeah, he just scared the shit out
This
of
is
Brownie.
probably the
Is
only
what he
game I
did. He
got in me
rode
too, by
towards
the
him.
way.
I didn't really see it.
Oh,
I
you got
don't
another one,
know
dude.
if like he technically,
Alright, bro.
rubbed up
We got this
against
one,
his
guys.
tail or whatever. But he fucking scared the shit out of him. But of course, the neighbor picked Brownie up, and when he did, Brownie went just like that. Not as loud as that one from today, but just like that. And I'm like, you baby. Like, I mean, but I was just going like, oh, baby, he's not gonna hurt you. I just being awkward in the situation, not knowing what to say. But afterwards, I'm like, dang, buddy, people really scare you like that? Like, it makes me feel bad because, like, the only time he's ever done that is when I've tried to, like, do his
Damn, who they
nails
are? Shit.
or something.
Damn
He's
it, purple
never,
fucking pistol. I don't even know what this is, though.
What
or
is the
with the broom,
energy rifle?
It's
And with the
start.
broom, though, he wasn't
I
really
don't know what
Do you like
color
it?
auditory. He just fucking was
I don't
visually,
know.
like,
I didn't
he,
even shoot it.
like, getting the fuck away from it.
I'll just go with the regular
I mean,
shit.
not even one, like,
I
he wouldn't
don't like
even be
it.
next to me if I had it in my hand. He'd
You
go
got
way
coke in
off
your...
and sit, and he would
I'm
just
not
there, and
joking.
even with me, he would watch me, just like he would if it was
Yeah,
someone that was
footsteps.
strange. Now he don't necessarily do that, but he'll go and he'll sit. Like that's when when I first get him. Now he'll still though sit and elect
More
to
right
be
here
away
on me.
from it, but
Where'd
he'll
you
stay
go?
in the kitchen. He won't run out the kitchen when I'm sweeping or
Okay,
something.
gotcha.
Right now he's playing. Let me show
Oh,
y'all.
come on. No, he dropped me. His man's right there.
Get it.
You got that good shit.
Right.
Oh,
Go
shit,
get
you
it.
got gold.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
Where are you at?
Right in
Good
front of you,
boy.
down.
Right in front
Eat
of
the
me.
jump.
Right here?
Yeah.
Oh, hell
You're
yeah.
hearing us on repeat. I got it. Go bring it back.
Here, bro, got a
I'm
med
about to
kit.
say I
Good boy.
Got a med kit for you.
Yeah, good boy.
Okay.
Yeah, good boy.
Oh, somebody pulling up.
Car.
See, he don't have no collar on right now. His collar's been on the Charger.
Yep.
His 5 collar. I put it on. It just monitors his sleep.
Oh shit, I'm trapped.
Yeah, you can Google them. They're nice. Here, matter of fact, let me.
They take off?
I've been trying.
Yeah,
I'd like to
trying
win an
check.
impact
I
crate
think.
for
I'm
Brownie.
not sure.
Considering
don't
his
have a
crate
med
is
kit,
like
though.
from, I almost want to say the late 90s. I know it's a fucking old ass crate. But I mean, if I will keep using it no matter what. That was Sammy the cat's crate,
They
which
took
was Saul's crate.
Do what?
He gave it to me when Sammy passed away because I had just gotten Brownie, and he wondered if Brownie would be big enough for it. And I said, I don't know, I'll see. And he was, but yeah, this is the 5 collar now, the Series 1. And people tried to say, you know, like, oh, I was trying to, this angered me. I offered to donate, and I don't even know. I mean, I would imagine
Yeah, you need it.
that,
Yeah.
Where you at?
although it wouldn't be ideal, but it could be done.
Behind you, dude.
Yep, picked up the,
Oh shit.
I have these other 2 5 collars. One of them is the 1st generation. Look how much difference this is.
I had to leave it or I would have died.
I got
He's like, what you doing, my
I
collars?
got 3 medkits.
You, Brownie, you're standing on me.
Island.
Now, if it was this leg, it'd be different. But as you can see, Brownie, you standing on me.
I don't know how to go down from this hover jet
kidding.
thing.
Oh yeah, you have to just.
Hey, I don't stink, do I?
Yeah, it's square. You stink, dude. Just look at you.
He's like, what is that shit?
You
It's
greasy.
that old shit. These are your first collars, Brownie. First 5 collars, yeah. That's Series 1. And then got Series 2.
Yep.
What is that? The jet thing?
As you can see, it's got magnetic
empty now, though.
base to
Dude,
charge.
I haven't seen a sniper rifle the
Series
whole
3, and
time.
as you can see, between the Series even 1 and 2, compared to the 3, which 1 and 2 is damn near identical.
I'm hiding over here behind this rock.
Compared to the 3,
Coming to us.
3 is a lot smaller. This is more plasticky, polymer-y type. This is some type of metal, if not aluminum.
Oh shit, it's moving back.
And
I'm getting high ground
the
over here.
bands on this one are completely different. They slide off like that.
It should be behind me.
Hold on, see it sliding?
Oh, that's where I saw it too.
See, I can almost slide it off the thing, allowing you to be able to snap that back on there, and you can switch it out.
We let them fight
Now,
it
the
out, and then
earlier
we come in
ones
there and sweep it up.
snapped in, as you can see, they had a specific groove that went in on the side there. But they're still good. They're GPS fucking collars, all right? These things have a built-in, I believe, SIM that all it has to do is have an account activated, and it allows you to set up an electric fence, allows you to keep track of their steps, although the technology in these 2 were supposed to be improvements in 2. As you can tell, 3, they really
Alright, I'm getting high
improved
ground
it.
over here.
But these are not, but one's from 2002, the other one's from 2023.
Back there if you...
And so this would be 2024's model. Yeah, so, and I will donate them. As you can see, I have both parts for both collars that came with the standard size band, which even without, and I have the bases as well, and even without that stuff, you can replace it, obviously, even if you just had, just as long as you had this, you'd be all right. And I know nobody would really want to buy them. Probably wouldn't make much profit.
See the
be able to, like...
Yeah. Okay.
Probably got one of those fucking...
wouldn't be fair. And it also probably wouldn't work unless somebody was just idiotic.
He just owned my ass, bro. Nice job, bro.
Might as well buy a new one, but if I could volunteer it to a place that has dogs that
All right, so
people can
it's
adopt,
2v1. 2v1.
maybe, I don't know, they might want to do it as a raffle.
On the way. And I'm dead.
Shit.
Give it randomly to the person that comes in and does the most for the shelter. Person that donated
Damn it, he
cats
still
and a
had
dog all on the same day.
Mythical
That
gold.
were scheduled, God forbid. Anything like that. Give it to them.
You ain't got one more
They
in
don't
you?
have to buy that. All they got to do then
All right,
is
that's cool,
activate a
homie.
subscription,
All right, man.
and they can keep track of their pets. And if she won't take it, I will give it to my animal, Humane Society. I'm even going to make sure to reach out to the company and ask, and I'm sure they'll probably say, that's a great idea. They might have something to tell me to keep in mind or to let them know, but as soon as they were to set it up, I'm sure they'd advertise them the Series 3 and be like, now come buy the Series 3 for $50 off or something. And I have an access code for file callers I'm going to start putting in the description of videos and my past videos. If you use it, the more I get, even one or more is another chance to win possibly an impact crate, which would be nice for Brownie. Fucking things are an arm and a leg. And they got one specifically for fucking Houdini dogs, like dogs that can somehow escape. I don't have that problem with Brownie. I would just need a standard one. But even then, the standards are fucking expensive. I can't get on a financing plan for a fucking, when I don't have barely part-time income. There's no way. Oh my god, okay, I just said that. I just seen this. Are you going to good night?
So fusion shit is over, I guess.
Because if you are, good night, huh? But then I saw you said this too.
God, it's we're so weird.
Here's the thing, if this guy wants peace with me, why doesn't he accept the apology, the fact that I gave him irrefutable doubt? And I'd even go so far as would be willing to testify if I was subpoenaed. I'm not saying I would fucking ride up there with him, but I'd fucking subpoena, or if I was subpoenaed, I'd testify truthfully about, anything. If he say, like, if you had really stopped, I'm not even gonna talk. Oh, I'm not gonna talk to you. I've told you I didn't want to talk to you or associate with you, and if I do, you are going to try to use that as leverage that I can never sue you, that you're going to try to use it for leverage of no charges, nothing. You're going to, you're going to use it as validation for your stream hours ago. You probably aren't settled on whether you're going to accept what you heard and now have had confirmed for you, or make up your own meaning. And it's just exhausting. Like, you don't understand. I got a feeling in the pit of my stomach whenever I'm losing weight, not because I'm not eating, because I'm fucking stressed and depressed. I have enough to deal with in regular life. Not to deal with this stuff anymore.
Uh-oh. Tears incoming.
I'm gonna be vulnerable for just a sec. And be honest and say, in a way, I feel like, not really in a way, I really feel down upon myself. Not for bits and pieces, but for the overall. Like, I'm not agreeing with his point, but overall, I'm upset and have been. And it's not like, it's just occurring or he's pointed it out. It's been that way for a while that I have been down on myself about the fact that I didn't just fucking find something else to fill that time with. Forget about wanting to socialize on here and having a channel and all that. Okay? There. Like, I just said it. But that does not, in no way does that mean, like, because I got things wrong or I was, now that's a toy, listen. See, now I could have lied to you also and said that was a toy that made that noise or something earlier. No, I did. Like, sometimes I do have company. Whenever it's not unwanted company. People forget that not only do I got Call of Duty and Fortnite and other type of games.
Oh, I could play with
I have a
Square.
grandfather that people know. Live in a small town. And regardless of what people may think or from what they gather just from my time on here, normal, regular day to day, pretty down to earth with people. That guy that's older than me. And here's the other thing. That guy that was here.
There was a dude at
Scared
Square's
Brownie.
house? Oh.
He is not, but like I said, but guess what? He doesn't have, well, he does,
It's a good
and then
thing I
they have that
swapped
other
them.
one that's really, but
Uno, I didn't call Uno
they're in,
shit.
He's with him. He is still on methadone. Okay. And is on methadone. He's on, like, clonazepam too. Okay. I'm not joking.
Sun up to sundown.
Do you think that I rolled into his face because I believed I was over medicated, that he's over medicated or anything?
What was he saying
Do you think I
earlier?
threw that in the face? Do you think that I thought of hating him and making him out to be a certain way or finding out his doctor, that any of that shit? No, that would not help at all. If anything, it might explode and turn where I have someone very in proximity that wants to hurt me. But you know what? They've also, unlike me, got a child. They've done hard work. They have before. And then they, you know, of course, had some challenges. I'm not getting into that really. But overall, there wasn't violence or nothing. But, you know, like.
Is Square trying to come out of the closet?
I don't know if you could say he's in a better position than me or just as bad or worse. I mean, obviously, with the medication issue, not. And that's a clear of who's in that arena right now. But I don't have a car. He does. Because I'm not ever going to assume, you know, well, I'll have a car when my you know, I'm not assuming that. I'm, you know, happen to be able, or that's what's wished for and decided, then I'll be blessed and thankful. But, you know, I'm not going to count on it. I mean, he does have a child, and I feel like, you know, he's still, I feel like he's, I don't know, gotten apathetic in a way, like I did before, and that he has more responsibilities, you know. You know, I'm sure his child support and stuff is paid, but I really can't speak, nor do I really try to ask too much about, you know, all of that stuff. And the reason why I'm using this example and even talking about this is because I have been judged now by Gotcha Man about a month ago on the stream, and it's Here's Why and others, and it's always talking about, you know, and we got twisted people saying group home, streets, da da da. Other more twisted or the same, then switching, saying death.
Okay,
No cage, just grave or whatever. And group home. Okay, all this other shit. Like, that hasn't been a concern of mine years before now. Like, with each year,
Yeah,
you
it
know,
does
like,
sound like he's trying
the
to, like.
times I was on my own and I saw how it was and saw how
I mean,
out of place.
I'm being dead serious.
And that, like, I didn't really have a crash course too much that I could recall.
Sounds like he might be trying to hook up with
Besides a
this dude. I'm
little,
being dead
besides
serious.
home ec,
I'm not trolling.
maybe you can count that.
Which, if that's the
And
case,
my
good for
dad
Square.
making sure I knew the tax code pretty generally, and his views and from what he learned as a CPA. Overall, like, I didn't know. I was scared. What if I fuck up though and can't make a pay? You know, like.
Oh, dude, Square's
Well,
rough.
you know, all these questions came up. And I basically then thought to myself, and I remember saying to Kayla, I said, I guess it's the same for our parents, but just different time period, I said, but I don't know what the fuck, you know, happens if in the situation one of our tenants, for example, or our roommates, not tenants, what am I saying, roommates, moves out, then either somehow miraculously someone's supposed to pick the slack up, or we get another, or we're gonna be, end up having to move out. But sometimes if shit like that falls apart, then another person will go, and then anyone left. And the other thing was somebody ended up being like, once we told them what we were doing stuff, they're like, "You're not on the lease?" I'm like, no, I'm not. I was thinking about getting on it at first, but and the idea that was taught to me was to see if I could get a family member that would help me out with it. And, we talked about that and decided, no, we're going to do that. So, it just wasn't a good, really stable, long-term thing, and we knew that. And so, and we learned how quick that was once we then had to move in with, and I talked with Muhammad, and I said, man, I don't know. I said,
Muhammad.
just as quick as I got here, I was like, it looks like we're going to be going back to Missouri. He said, what? Why? And I said, I don't know, man. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I was like, I've got Kayla, and I'm supposed to be the man, and I'm like, I don't have enough control in this situation of where we're living, and from the way it looks, shit is not solid as we were told it was. Plus, I don't have a job yet still. And he was like, well, he said, I got an idea, just maybe. And I was like, what? He's like, well, let me see about it first, but he said, I may be able to get you a job. He said, and maybe, he said, if something happens, he's like, I don't know. He's like, I'm going to talk to someone. And he ends up talking to his girlfriend that I barely knew. I didn't go to school with her, nothing in Nashville. She was completely new to me. Like, she didn't even go to our high school. So we ended up moving in with them. And her father ran a cleaning detail for these, contracted with these different medical offices in a specific part around Nashville that we went to and cleaned. I mean, we would be in there late at night, going through different, examination rooms, doctors' offices, fucking. Let's talk about having a stream in the morning terms, I guess you could say. Just want to talk. I won't use it against you, I swear. Like, what would there be to even fucking talk about? That's what I don't get. Like, if I, request, like, why haven't you ever thought of, like I've already posed, taking down bids to see if I would have stopped? So you've never done that. And the same thing I've told Bambi, and you can't stay up long. I'm sorry, like, my schedule doesn't go around you. Like, I'm not having a stream in the morning, so Miss Paula can snipe me or Miss Bambi, and giving Miss Bambi a reason to fucking talk about me. There's a reason why I didn't go live this morning. I mean, I know you guys will say that it's because I didn't do any work, but I did. Wasn't gone long, never am. And I came back, and eventually I did go live, but it was way later.
Get in. Man, what a shot.
And then when I finally did go live, I'm like, I hadn't been live all morning. I made a community post thinking, like, I just randomly decide, all right, I'm going to go live. I wonder, and homepage, yep, they're live. Click on it. what are they talking about? And it's, you know, within 5 hours, and fuck, wouldn't you know, I'm being talked about. I mean, like, that, I know that there's a lot of
It's the
people sort of in
workyverse
our little
square. You
sector,
are the
but
prime subject matter, dude.
just me a lot of the time, like,
You are the workyverse, dog.
I know it's not just all me, but still, like, the fact that I was able to click randomly, just out of the blue, like, say, all right, let's get on, open the homepage, click randomly, check out, while setting up StreamYard, and yeah, I can pause the video now and resume it, and they're talking about me. And so I did. I paused it. But guess what? Did I ever once play You're Live before you privated it, Bambi? Well, not besides what came over, and that's a rhetorical question. I'm not necessarily asking her. No, I didn't, guys. I kind of got off track, and that,
Oh, the wind took it more than I thought.
you know, then allowed me recontemplate. You know, well, I didn't. I reminded myself mentally and said, you know what? Let's not do it. It's what people expect at this point because of the title. She probably expected it. You know, why don't we just not do it? Like, and sometimes I think to myself, I'd like to write this down or record it, that I'm saying I'm not doing this because of X or Y. So then I can then show it later after the fact and be like, see? And I mean, like after the fact, people go around and say, well, he done that because of this. You know, definitely. Like maybe 10 or 12, you know, however many people in chat agree, get all that compiled, and then like, this is what was taken away apparently from my action. And now here's me right before that live stream. And I swear people would be like, holy shit. But I can never decide on, I always get conflicting on what I think. That I don't go with my first mind. Like my first mind gives me what it, and it's probably usually sometimes correct. But then sometimes they just don't. And it's, you know, something different. So I was like, well, basically I got trapped in the fear of being wrong. So I was like, well, if I do that, then, and I didn't even think, well, I could just not play it. But so I think that in the future, I will do that because
tough shot there.
It'll illustrate, like, I'm telling you what these people are going to do. And I may be fucking it up right now by saying it like this, but like making a prediction beforehand, going live, doing something completely unexpected like I did recently, let it play out, then let them stream, reflect on it, snipe it, etc. Other people, just wait a little bit, and then release that. After going live and telling y'all, I'll tell you why I did that. I did it because of this, like I usually do. And then let them say bullshit, oh, blah, 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 it's what he'd like us to think, and then release that. And then I could, like, stamp that as fucking owned, gotcha, proven, debunked. If I could just make up my mind some of the times. Now it would be harder, I'm thinking, because, you know, I'm just basically kind of giving away a little of the secret sauce formula of. Thing is, though, can y'all tell what situation or.
Can y'all tell? What the hell is he talking about?
Okay, this is about 105 yards-ish to the pin.
Fusion and Filthy got this old boy jacked up. Oh, that's short. Get legs, baby.
All right, nice approach on that one. Looks like we could have a birdie on this hole.
I'm gonna go back into what I was just saying.
Oh, you fuck.
Okay, this one's a 3-footer.
This is no average 3-footer.
Because I'll tell you why it's gonna hurt. You have tried to make me look online to anybody misinformed, green,
And after that one, you'll stay right there.
and that doesn't understand internet, YouTube trolling, just comes across the content, or who has maybe been fed to believe that some is true and not all is true, whatever the case may be. Any case of deception where people are getting a wrong impression of my image, I resent, and you know that I was fearful about from your conversations with Creek and Cammy. I
Could you
go to
imagine
Roma,
storing all this shit in your brain?
one from Canada, who, yes, I know, although I didn't point it out, y'all sure did, and your people sure did, that she sucks dick and fucking, does those explicit
Ooh, this is a
things
putt right here.
for a Patreon in which she requires your ID. She was going to prosecute MC for exposing his penis or his balls, and at least partly, I guess you could probably argue some of his paint, mostly his balls, and in other words, his genitals, whether it was just balls or whatever.
Fucking square.
To 2 women, who all was up there? We had fucking MC.
Give this a tap and be on our way.
Hold on. Let me see what the rest of them. No, we'll come back to you, Fusion. Maybe you just might want to stay up, Fusion. You know, like if it really means that much to you. Have peace with me. Like, you're bored and you think a change needs to happen. Why would that? Like, are you not making enough money off your emojis? You know, let me check this out real quick before I do. I wonder if
Here's our second shot on the 6th.
freaking, let's go to Scooter Baggins's profile. I don't know if you watch me, Scooter, or anyone from Scooter's, like, let me check a certain message as well.
Hey, guys, I'll be right back.
That's another thing. Speaking of messages, y'all see how my brain moves a million miles a minute? It's so hard for me to fucking. I got your message, Miss KC. And you are a friend. Let me check in. No, I haven't heard from them in a minute. I hope they're doing all right. I just wanted to make sure to check that. But see, like people like this Rainbow and Z Skittles, which is a strain, I believe, that sent pictures of dogs. A dog called Tipsy. Anyone know of it? Their account's been active since October 2022. Living the mom life, it says. Swear, did I do something to upset you? 926. I'm blocked in your chat for some reason. I've only been nice and supportive towards you, 926. 1219. The next one's 105. The next one's 418. Hello. The next one is 736. If you would answer me, I've been working behind the scenes on something. Mutual, let's see. Anything else? Interest? I said 9/5/2024. I don't know who you are, nor trust becoming friendly like this, really. Everyone is abandoning. We're getting tired of supporting the channel and me against this many people, and I don't know if you're one of them. Period. Plain. This is an ongoing dilemma. You sent this, and I got it. Now you got my new channel. Like, and they said, we talked a few times in Discord. You had, in the Discord you had, but deleted. Discord I had but deleted, huh? I'm looking at 2 fucking Discords right now, so I didn't delete no Discord. In fact, I went another way to preserve a Discord, so they weren't really thinking when they came up with that response. And now I'm blocking them. It's a cute picture of a dog, although unfortunately it could be somebody from their neighborhood on Facebook they borrowed, for all I know. So I'm just blocking them. I mean, when you use a generic picture like that, and you may think, well, what could be the worst intention? Nothing, unless I start talking to them without any type of filter at all, which is what easily happened in the beginning, which got me known in the real world and able to be doxxed and deadly sent you a friend request. Accept or ignore. Ignore. Just September 1st was the last invite he gave me. Show me your messages on Discord, they don't go away. Then we got Kim, then we got Chi Chi, which is Muggsy. Darth Bong, which is probably MC. I would have liked Bird and them to stay nice to me, but like in these messages, she seems so normal and nice. She's like, I'm sorry I got upset. Your message is the first thing I seen when I woke up. Like, she said, I let that stat before she's, look, why did you leave? I will not be cussed like a child because I find Andrea amusing. I didn't cuss you. You cussed us all. Why do y'all dab gum Andrea so fucking funny? I was cussing at the air. I was mad. You think she could have told me to run along stupid and just go with whatever she was doing? I'm not upset. It's just petty. She's a troll, but at least she keeps it online. She's not calling, harassing you or Grampy or coming to town. But then she said, I left that chat before Seafer got up there. She said, how does that reflect on us, Square? I mean, you had C-Pro on panel like a week ago. I thought the Discord server was, if something came up, we got upset, people could air stuff out without giving the ops content. Sorry, I expressed my frustration privately there. That wrench, you'd be amazed how much shit I let slide in her chat. Her giving me a wrench and playing on the fact I want friendship, that fucking hurts and is outrageous to me. I didn't speak to her. I spoke and said y'all, but I wasn't directly taking anything out on any one of you. But whatever. I'm a fool to keep working with anyone, it seems, at this point, I guess, because no one seems to care that I'm like constantly on the brink of almost, as people say, specifically insanity. And I tell y'all my nerves and stuff and everything. And instead of, y'all know, people want to say it's coddling I want or whatever, you know, like, and no let up off of pressure. Just now, Fusion tonight and earlier this evening. Oh, I've let JM up here. And now there's a reason I let him up here and not you. And I'll tell you that in just a second if you can contain yourself. Because, like it or not, I actually considered you coming up here, if not for just an example, but at the same time, I'm checking out something because of the whole thing. People trying to claim that, well, if it's mutual, then, you know, they're not a bit like, I could find issues with that, but I think it was a specific case of something else and I heard that of. It really doesn't apply to me, but I want to make sure it doesn't, because if it does, I'm gonna completely revolutionize. I'm even gonna have to adjust my attitude about talking about things severely. I don't know how. I may end up asking this older person to hold me accountable, which they're not gonna really like the idea and think of it as maybe even laughable. I don't know, but I'm legit gonna say, well, I'm begging and asking you. I would ask my granddad that he's upset enough and about that this stuff has even been going on and happened. So I legit, like, I don't tell much to my granddad even anymore. The only thing I would tell him is let him know that I am in contact still with the police. He goes around sometimes and catch one of them and talk to him himself. And they know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get off. Like, they've had my whole life explained to them from my grandfather and myself and others, because I've sat there and had one of them straight up say before that, I know you and your wife, it's our old chief of police, not the one that fucking let y'all slide during the time, but old chief of police. During this one situation, he'd said, I was being accused, and he's like, I know that y'all have had Ian forever, and you also had Logan, and, he's like, and they're not your kids, and he said, but y'all sure have treated them like you would of yours. He's like, I've seen so many cases where other people took in so-and-so, their son or their daughters or what have you. And then when they get in a little bit of trouble, they get them out of it automatically. They get in a little trouble again, they get out of it. And then it's like the third time, or maybe even sometimes the second time, they're just like, all right, you're whatever. And I mean, they just, and here's the thing, the people that raised those, they were drinking. He said, come to find out, there was abuse. mean, one straight up had cuts on him and different things, and broke down explaining it and showing his legs when he was, he was in trouble for stealing and different things, but he's like, he broke down and he said, I'm lost. He straight up said, he said, I'm lost. He's like, I'm wrong. He's like, but, and he said, when I've heard all his story, he said, what I can't get out of my head is the fact that the person entrusted to care for him, which was, you know, basically this guy's grandfather, he'd abused him so bad that the very first time he got in trouble, he just said, well, just let him, he can get a public defender, da 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 da, and he got railroaded a bit. He went in for, I think it was a 120, and got out on a lot of probation. And when he got back, he did get a job, and he tried to, go back home till he could speak. He couldn't, so he stayed out on the streets, and he ended up just every time he get mixed back out into the same crowd or this different crowd. And he genuinely was trying to change. Like, we could all see it. But unfortunately, some people, they just give up on, and when they do, you know, I mean, and the very first thing he done was real minor. I mean, it was really, really minor. He's technically an adult, but I mean, he had committed a very minor thing. Like, he had shoplifted and he had some fucking drugs, and just like my grandfather, very anti-drug and stuff, but just got that attitude, like, I was raised and expect, so by God. And some of you might be listening to me right now and be like, well, good, and if that's your opinion, fine. But he said, so what ended up happening? I asked him, I said, what ended up happening though? I was like, he said, well, he went and did time one more time, and he got out and wasn't the chief, but there was another officer up there that was getting ready to be, they were engaged to this guy's sister, and his sister felt really bad about the fact that she had not even tried. They just thought he was lost, this day. They couldn't get through to him. And she felt bad. So she talked to the person she's engaged with, the cop, and it gets discussed with the chief, and the chief's like, well, I'll tell you what, he said, and they come up with something. So when he gets out and he's on probation and he comes, of course, back to town, they get some money raised. They have him it's an old car, but good car, we're gonna help him get all that, taking his car set up and stuff. They hadn't. It was a little bit more difficult the next thing he said, but I'm trying to cut this short to not go into every detail of the damn thing. I'm trying to remember it. And I didn't forget this. He got out. They had that prepared. They made sure to take him and get him some clothes. One older person in the community specifically did. They were at City Hall. And then this guy that had
I was sitting there just
place
talking
for
away.
rent,
My microphone's been on mute.
they went to him and they said, we're gonna get him into a job right away and stuff, but and we're gonna, you know, make sure that the rent is paid and stuff. And then, you know, we'll at a certain time transfer it over to him. And so they got that lined up. And so he had gotten out. He had been given, think about this stuff thing now. He had been given a car. He'd been given the means for transportation
What's he
for
talking?
himself. He had been given a place he could fucking live. And his probation officer knew and all that, right? He, you know, got set up, and you know, this guy was not, you know, a weirdo or nothing. He got set up. He's on probation, obviously. He then they got someone that was able to help. He filled out. He went through his everything. You know, charges were known ahead of time. All he had to do was go to the interview. Literally, he did. Got hired, and he did that for the next 3 years. He took over his rent. He met someone eventually. And when he met him, he was able to get a job better that was out of here and away. And remember, he said he kept in contact. He told me, he said, what do you think? He's like, I feel like I ought to go see my dad, or not my dad, excuse me, his granddad, who at this point now, you might be thinking, well, he's really old granddad. He couldn't put up with this shit, probably, or something, or maybe he was abusive to him. Not at all. And like I said, he was right at 18. He wasn't abusive to his granddad. And his granddad wasn't an old granddad. Granddad was, you know, I think he was between 50s and 60s, you know, old, but not super old.
Oh, it's getting there.
And like I said, drinking, all that.
Setting up
He didn't believe in drugs,
here.
but I guess alcohol wasn't a drug to some people. Y'all know how that goes. I'm sure you met people. Heard about him. He said, I didn't want to tell him no. And I said, you know, honestly, me, I almost would say no. He said, but, he said, that's up to you. He said, he wasn't there for, you know, he's like, I know, he's like, I know he wasn't there for me. He knew that, but, he said at the same time, he still loved him. And, he just really hated the whole thing. And he couldn't believe that we'd helped him. Not only that, he made a point to pay each individual person. Two of them wouldn't let him pay him back at all. Wouldn't they? Would not. They wouldn't.
Oops, that's no good.
But he did pay some of it back. I mean, he practically was begging at that point, and they're like, okay. And, you know, those people, you know, those kind of people, they are hard to find or be around even sometimes, just from the simple fact they get burned a lot. But he did everything right, and he went, he seen his granddad, and
Okay, here's our third shot.
he said his granddad just said, you know, he said I couldn't believe it. He said his granddad said that he was happy for him, that he had finally straightened out, and he did the best he could, and you know, he knew it would have worked out if he just, you know, done the right thing, basically. And He's like, yeah,
About
you're
9
right.
feet to the hole from here.
And he's like, but you know, I knew he wasn't right. And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, well, because he didn't, he didn't do what y'all did. He didn't give me a chance.
Going towards that hole.
He didn't, after I messed up the first chance, I didn't have another chance,
And after that one, you currently sit at 1 under par. Okay, 8th hole coming up.
He just didn't care about, he was more concerned with what he was single. You gotta understand, this granddad, he didn't have a wife, he was single, at that point. All the children, I'm not gonna say too much because I'm not gonna end up fucking giving, but yeah, just basically not a lot of family around.
And here you go, birdie putt coming up here.
Grandfather's very proud, very thought he was right. And I'm not saying that he didn't, and the police officer said, I'm not saying he didn't do wrong either. He did. He said, but he tried to make a change the first time and was basically told, you got to go out and figure it on your own. And he said, and I get back when, older folks was growing up and stuff, sometimes that was the case. Sometimes people just, said, like, you got to get out the house, you're old enough, and it would work out, He's like,
a little bit too hard on that one.
I don't see it like that today. He said, I just don't see it. He said, I don't think it's right. He said, because not every one of them stories when somebody is pushed out and made to go at it alone, basically sink or swim, sometimes they sink.
This one's tracking.
And if
telling
they
on
even
yourself,
do
Square.
it,
You're telling on
hell,
yourself.
if it's not most times, but some of the times, that's too much.
Staying at 1 under after that one. Got a right to left.
When
Square, has he ever lived
tried to
on his
make that
own?
chance to get better,
I don't know if he's ever lived
to
on his
see
own.
people in the community do that, and I'm like, has that ever happened before? Whatever. He's like, well, that was one off because mainly, like I said, there was someone dating that his sister, and so like we knew the family he came from, and his sister, actually ends up trying to basically tell that he was wrong, and he said, I'm not wrong at all. And she said, no, you are, because you know that there's no shelters around here or nothing. You knew what he was liable to do. And instead of having compassion and just being hard on him and giving him a chance to try to get being, like, I mean, he just came from a real poor family, too. And y'all might think, like, wow, this dude is a fucking, like, sucker. And what does this all got to do with you or anything, or this situation? Well, not the situation so much, except for, I guess, saying I moved to live off my granddad. Like, I just explained to you a situation where I was out on my own. I've explained when I was in rehab, I paid rent every month. I think I paid, what was it, $600 in Massachusetts every month. And yeah, I know I got a salary from being loyal and having a lot of work. It's like you could call it a fucking my employer supporting my recovery efforts.
What?
But I also had to get a job at Walmart because he did not give me a full fucking check. He was not going to, like, I mean, he didn't fuck, like, I almost think, like, people, you guys must even think that he was trying to lure me with money that way, which is sick, or that, you know, because, I mean, it's sick the things that y'all have thought up and said over just time about my dead or deceased employer, excuse me, that was my friend. Like, and you may have not said that yourself, Fusion, which you have, maybe not those exact words, and you support this stuff and you ask what would be the hurt in having you up on panel when you never apologized and said, you know what, okay, I was wrong. Like, even on this panel tonight, you never, he isn't gonna like you being up here. Are you talking serious? And Paula, I guess JM's opposition, but Paula up really isn't. Seifer's not really. Fucking Joe is not. Let's listen to anything else you said, maybe.
Damn, buddy,
Hold on.
what is it?
I'll make my decision quick, I promise. But if you're up this early, I would almost argue you're gonna stay up. I mean, depending on the schedule.
There's the chat.
I'm not though.
What happened to Brownie right there?
Fusion's in
Damn.
there.
I'll go out over there tomorrow
Sounds
afternoon.
like a little squizzy stepped on him.
It's Jennifer Davis says.
No, I didn't step on him. That's why you heard the mute because the person was like, "I'm sorry," you know, and I'm like, "Shh." And they're like, "Oh shit!" And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't want you saying
I don't know
anything."
who
I'm
that
like,
is
because
or whatever.
they'll be saying you're this
So,
person
when
and
I
then
type
that,
that
and then
in,
you'll be saying that we're fucking
that
gay
account
lovers, and
That's
I
what
was
it sounds like,
saying all
Square.
types of
so
shit.
many videos that involve me.
He's like, "Damn, man." He's
And
like, "You're really in a
so in work
hostile
address,
fucking
one
thing
of the
online." I'm
videos
like,
put out.
"Yeah." I mean, it wasn't supposed to be
I'm
that
not gonna
way,
play the
but
one short. I thought you meant like maybe someone was live or whatever. I don't
I was
care
like, "You
about
wouldn't
that.
believe
That's
the
not
regular
me.
content I watch from
That's why
channels that
it's ultimately
don't,
I'm starting to see more
you
and
know."
more as unhealthy. I need to try to figure out a way to get off of it.
I'm like, I guess I'm just,
Very less.
I'm a one-person team. That's the thing. I was like, I don't really have any money invested. I got off track by the type of stuff I started to watch and talk about on live stream, and then I got a bunch of toxic people around me,
Like that's
and they're not all toxic, but some of them are definitely, I believe, under a wrong idea that there's nothing wrong with what any of this stuff does, even if it's kept strictly online.
Calling my granddad.
We're only slightly gone offline on the phone.
Shutting our electric off, like fuck that. Like I can forgive, but I ain't gonna forgive. I'm not gonna fucking, interact and play nice. So.
All right, guys, I can't do any more Square. I've hit my limit on T Squizzle. So I'm gonna I'm gonna call it a night. Oh, this looks like a decent video. Breaking. Special Op veterans. Redneck Air Force, they call it. All Special Ops vets says screw FEMA and begin their own rescue missions. That's interesting. That's interesting. He goes, it's like a rat in a cage. All right, guys, y'all have a good evening. Good morning.